following is a presentation of WRDN Sports. Welcome to the Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. To learn more, visit adventhealth.com. Now, with today's Panther Preview, here is Brian Winnekins.
From Durand-Arkansaw High School tonight, boys high school basketball, game one of a doubleheader as Durand-Arkansaw takes on Boyceville in a Dunn-St. Croix matchup. This is the Advent Health Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com. Well, for the Panthers, they are 16-4 overall, 10-1 in the Dunn-St. Croix after their 66-48 win over Mondovi. For Boyceville, they are 6-15 overall, 3-9 in the conference after their 66-56 win, also over Mondovi. Now, the last time these two teams met, Durand-Arkansaw won that game 80-65. Parker Olmstead is the leading scorer for the Panthers with 18 points a game, while Dane Bates, the leading rebounder, with 9 rebounds a game. Meanwhile, for Boyceville, John Madison, the leading scorer, 12 points a game. He's also the leading rebounder with 9 rebounds a game. Going to be a big game tonight for the Panthers. They got to keep winning to stay in first place in the Dunn-St. Croix. And coming up on the Advent Health Panther Preview, we're going to talk with Durand-Arkansaw head coach Justin Radetsky about the game against Mondovi and tonight's game against Boyceville. But coming up next on the Advent Health Panther Preview, we're going to tell you who won where on our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard. That's coming up next on the Advent Health Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com. It's Durand-Arkansaw boys basketball on WRDN.
What does it mean to feel whole? For some, it's omega-3s, high fives, or shuffleboard. Yes. It's kale, kiwi, kumquats, all together. Whatever helps you feel whole, Advent Health is here to support it. We're here to heal what hurts, ease your mind, and lift your spirit with world-class medical expertise and compassionate whole-person care. So go for it. Get back on your feet. Overcome the odds. Live your best life and feel whole with Advent Health. To learn more, visit adventhealth.com.
Welcome back to the Advent Health Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com. Let's take a look at scores from our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard from last night. Durand Fresh Market, your hometown grocery store. Boys basketball from last night, Osceola over Ellsworth, 68-56. It was St. Croix Central defeating Amory 50-46 in overtime. Boyceville defeats Mondovi 66-56. Baldwin Woodville over Prescott 50-36. It was Elma Pepin defeating Melrose Mindoro 71-81. And Mankato East defeats Red Wing 99-48. Girls basketball from last night in a game heard here on WRDN. Durand-Arkansaw, they wrap up their Dunn-St. Croix Conference schedule, defeating Colfax 56-28. Elk Mound, they go undefeated for the season once again in the Dunn-St. Croix Conference as they defeat Mondovi 66-18. It was Boyceville over Spring Valley 68-44. Meanwhile, Grand Meadow, they defeat Wabasha Kellogg 62-33. Lake City wins over Pine Island 45-44. That's what happened on the Durand Fresh Market scoreboard last night. And you can follow the Durand Fresh Market scoreboard on the sports page of our website at realcountry1430.com. You're listening to the Advent Health Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com.
What does it mean to feel whole? For some, it's omega-3s, high fives, or shuffleboard. Yes. It's kale, kiwi, kumquats, all together. Whatever helps you feel whole, Advent Health is here to support it. We're here to heal what hurts, ease your mind, and lift your spirit with world-class medical expertise and compassionate whole-person care. So go for it. Get back on your feet. Overcome the odds. Live your best life and feel whole with Advent Health. To learn more, visit adventhealth.com.
Welcome back to the Advent Health Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. Time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com as we get ready for game number one of tonight's basketball doubleheader. First game up is the boys taking on Boyceville, and joining us right now is Durand-Arkansaw head coach Justin Radetzky. And Coach, well, first, it's been a while with all of the school delays and all that, and but it was Mondovi that we played. Kind of started out close, but you guys kind of battled your way back.
Yeah, they got out on us right away. Luckily for us, Luke Weber kind of stepped up in that little stint and kind of kept us in the game and got us back. And then I think his energy and the momentum he got going for us fired everybody else up, and we were able to get a lead into halftime and then build on it a little bit in the second half and took care of business against Mondovi.
And it's something that in any type of sports, it is one guy just gets a little bit hot, and everybody feeds off of that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and that's that momentum, and if you can build some kind of momentum, whether it's playing great defense, getting hot from shooting or whatever it is, we have quite a few different guys in our team that I could say throughout the year. Dane Bates protecting the rim, getting blocks, leading us out in transition. Connor Wittig getting steals. Parker Luke getting hot. There's just multiple guys that can do it for us. And that night, Luke kind of got us going right away, and guys started feeding off that and get that momentum going.
So we take a break here because of all of the school delays, taking on Boyceville tonight. Did you like the break? Because you kind of can bumps and bruises all heal, or do you not like the break because everybody gets rusty and bored?
We'll see after tonight, maybe, right? No. It's what we have to deal with. You have the colds or the snow days and all that kind of stuff. We kind of have to deal with it. We were able to, they allowed us to come in. I just had the varsity come in, non-mandatory stuff, and we did a few things. Coach Gillis and I laced them up and played against the guys for a little bit too.
And you're walking. There's no limps.
I'm still standing, so it's okay. But I didn't play too long. I did a little bit. And that's kind of just fun for them. It just gets back to just playing basketball and having a little fun. So sometimes that little break, you can throw a day in there and have some fun. And then our guys we got a lot riding on the next week here and where we want to finish out. So they also buckled down and had some good work days and just sharpening everything up as we come down the home stretch.
Taking on Boyceville, and this is not going to be an easy game. Their record may not show it, but they've been close in a lot of games. They did win against Mondovi in their last game, but even against us, they played us pretty tough.
Yeah, they did. They came out and shot well against us. That was the big difference maker. I think they, on the season, they're high 20s from three as a team. They shot 40% at least from three as a team against us up there. So maybe they're coming on right now and they're getting that down. They've got the whole season in of shooting and they're starting to get hot. So we got to respect that and find where shooters are and just take care of the little things, contest everything, rebound, and have low turnovers. I say we'll always be in every game if we can do that and see what the guys can do tonight. And
do they have, from looking at the film as the season's gone on, do they have that one person, or are they kind of like us where there's multiple that if they get hot, look out?
Yeah, they're pretty balanced. I think their leading scorer averages around 12, and they got a guy at 9, another guy at 9, another guy at 8. So it's multiple guys, and two of those guys are the leading rebounders, so they're getting in there and mixing it up inside. So. It's just going to have to be a team battle defensively to find those guys, and a big thing will be owning the rebounds and not letting them get second, third opportunities.
Again, make-up game because we're supposed to have this game on Monday. Okay, it's part of a doubleheader. These are always fun. Now, last time I think you were the late game, so now you're the early game. Which you think you prefer?
It's hard to say, I guess. Having that little break after school, that normalcy of that little break and then getting into it is a nice thing, but we're going to go into playoffs soon where you don't have anything before you play and you get right going. So mixing it up and having a different atmosphere, different start times isn't a bad thing. Half these guys, are taking college classes or have days off. So sometimes their whole routine's different. The way all that stuff goes now, a lot of your older guys are doing those kind of things. They're going and working for 3 hours and then coming back. So that whole normalcy of a normal routine and day sometimes thrown out the window. And it's not a bad thing, I guess, when you look at when playoffs come and you don't have that JV game ahead of you and all that.
Now we have the seeding coming up on Sunday, so this really is a very critical game.
Yeah, it is, because the way they do the electronic seeding and your wins and losses and the stakes there are higher. I think it's weighted higher on those wins and losses than anything else. So, if you get a couple more losses, towards the end of the year, it could really impact where you seed out.
Going to be a fun game. We'll talk to you after the game.
All right, thanks.
Durand-Arkansaw head coach Justin Radetsky on the way. Starting lineups tip-off. Game 1 of our doubleheader. First game up, the boys with taking on Boyceville. That's coming up next on Real Country 1430 AM Stereo WRDN.
What does it mean to feel whole? For some, it's omega-3s, high fives, or shuffleboard. It's kale, kiwi, kumquats, all together. Whatever helps you feel whole, Advent Health is here to support it. We're here to heal what hurts, ease your mind, and lift your spirit with world-class medical expertise and compassionate whole-person care. So go for it. Get back on your feet. Overcome the odds. Live your best life and feel whole with Advent Health. To learn more, visit adventhealth.com.
Your computer is a radio. Log on to realcountry1430.com to listen online. Brought to you by Prime Realty of Durand.
Welcome back to Durand-Arkansaw High School as we are just moments away from tonight's Durand-Arkansaw Boyceville boys basketball game 1 of our doubleheader tonight. And we'd like to say a thank you and a special welcome to the men and women serving in the military listening to our broadcast on our streaming audio service at realcountry1430.com. We'd like to say thank you for your service, and we hope tonight's broadcast brings you a taste of home wherever you may be serving. Thank you to Adams Super Service, your Partners Network Car Care Center Durand, and Prime Realty of Durand, the area's #1 home seller, are sponsors of our streaming audio service. Those of you watching our broadcast tonight on our streaming video service, and we would like to welcome you as well. And our streaming video being brought to you by the Wisconsin Soybean Marketing Board. It is senior night as well tonight for the Panthers. This is a makeup game from earlier this week as school was canceled for the due to the cold weather. And so it's a doubleheader tonight, so we will also be having the girls' game coming up against Arcadia, and that will be coming up immediately following tonight's game. Well, looks like the band is ready to go for our national anthem, and we are going to go courtside for that.
Performed by Jason Ridgway.
This evening. Very nice job. One of the band members doing it on his guitar. That was pretty awesome. Now it is senior night. I think we're going to introduce our seniors first. We will see how I know last night they did that, and that's what we're going to do. So we'll stay courtside.
And we would like to take a moment to acknowledge our seniors playing in the last regular season home game. Let's hear it for David, Tyler, and Parker Olmstead. They fell in love with the game of basketball and have given everything they have. We've all enjoyed watching you play through the years, and it's been fun watching you grow and you're great players and good people. We want to thank you, the three of you, not just for your talent on the court, but for your dedication to this team, to each other, and to this school. You've all shown us that it's not just about what happens on the court. It's about the relationships we build, the memories we make, and the lessons we learn together. As we move forward, remember that tonight is just one chapter of your story. You will pursue other passions, step into new adventures, and we know that you'll continue to excel. You've given us so much, and we can't wait to see where life takes you next. Thank you, seniors.
And our seniors being recognized this evening as well. So let's give our starting lineups tonight for the Boyceville Bulldogs. They are 3-9 in the Dun St. Croix, 6-15 overall. Coming out, number 1, junior Carson Romhild. Number 3, freshman Tegan Leiden. Number 11, junior Landon Leslie. Number 20, junior Owen Rydell. And number 25, junior Jonathan Madison. The Bulldogs in their black uniforms with the white numerals. They'll be going from left to right. And now for the Durand-Arkansaw Panthers, 10-1 in the Dun St. Croix, 16-4 overall. Coming out, number 3, senior Parker Olmstead. Number 12, sophomore Luke Weber. Number 24, junior Max Anderson. Number 25, senior Dane Bates. And number 33, junior Brett Brydung. Panthers in their white uniforms with the purple numerals. They'll be going from right to left here in this first half. And I would like to say thank you to some of our high school sports sponsors, including the Paul Slusher Insurance Agency, your American Family Insurance agent serving the Durand and Chippewa Falls area. American Family Insurance, insurance that fits your needs. Ryan's Sports Shop, ice fishing's here. Visit Ryan's Sports Shop for all of your ice fishing needs. We'll be thanking our high school sports sponsors throughout the night as well. Please thank them. They're the ones that make our broadcasts possible. All right, we're ready to rock and roll here. Dane Bates at center. Versus Owen Rydell on the jump. First game of our doubleheader tonight. And now we have our first delay of the night. Do. We have someone who's not starting. Oh, Brett Brydung was instead of Connor Wittig. I was wondering about that. Brydung was supposed to be starting, not Wittig. All right. Now we're set to go. That's one of those things. They got to, who's starting, they got to have that exactly right. So now we're ready to go. And here we go. Jump up, Bates back to Anderson. Over to Weber. We are underway. Weber across the timeline now for the Panthers. Over to Olmstead now. Olmstead comes over to the top of the key now. Looking inside to Bates. Bates now kicks it back out to the wing to Anderson, to Brydung. Brydung over to Olmstead. Olmstead left wing. Thought about the three, but nope. I'm going to work off the screen from the free throw line. Shot put up, no good. Rebounded by Bates. He gets it back out to Weber. Weber left wing, head fakes the three, kicks it out to the right wing to Anderson, to Olmstead. Olmstead to Anderson. Back to Olmstead now. Back to the top of the key. To Bates now, staying on the outside, over to Weber. Weber, top of the key, tries to work off the screen, squares up. Three ball on the way, short, no good. And rebounded by the Bulldogs. That is Leiden with the rebound, and across the timeline come the Bulldogs now, over to Leslie. Leslie right wing, back to the top of the key now to Leiden. Inside now, pass inside to Romhild, puts up the shot, and up and in is good. Over to Olmstead now. Olmstead across the timeline for the Panthers. Bulldogs lead 2-0. Over to Anderson now, top of the key. Anderson now over to Brydung. Brydung to Bates. Bates at the free throw line. He's got the direct traffic over to Weber. Weber now back to Anderson. Anderson head fakes the three at the right wing. Back to Brydung. Brydung now, top of the key. Shot put up off the back of the rim. Bounce, bounce, bounce. No good. Loose ball. They're going to call it. They're going to call it on Anderson. Anderson comes out. Whittick comes in. All right, so 2-0 Bulldogs, inbounded to Rydell. Full court Panther press, cross court pass to Leiden. Leiden gets across the timeline for the Bulldogs. Over to the wing now to Rydell. Rydell now will try to drive in from the wing, can't do it. Gets cut off, has to kick it back outside to Romheld. Romheld now will come back over to the center to Leiden. Leiden now top of the key. Head fakes, now stop. He was going to take the three, but couldn't do it as Weber's in his face. Back out to Leslie. Leslie now over to Rydell. Rydell gets it inside. Shot put up, whistle foul. As Madison puts up the shot, but he's fouled. He'll go to the line. Foul will be on Bates. So going to the line for two is Madison. Thank you to Durand-Napa. Farmers, visit Durand-Napa for all of your custom hoses, bulk fluids, filters, tools, and parts to need your equipment running on the farm. That's Durand-Napa, downtown Durand. First free throw, no good. Next free throw on the way is short, no good. Rebounded, though, by Romhild. And Boyceville puts up a shot, partially blocked by Bates, but loose ball. And whistle and a travel on Madison. Madison got that loose ball after the block. And so inbounded now to Olmsted. Olmsted now will come across the timeline over to Whittick. Whittick now looking for a cutter, no one there. Olmsted now from the free throw line. Shot good by Olmsted. We're tied at 2. Inbounded to Romhild. Full court Panther press now. Over to Leiden. Leiden on the far side. Still not across the timeline. Baum, though, gets it inside to Leslie. Leslie tries to kick it back out. Nearly stolen, but Madison comes back up with the loose ball. Leslie now in the corner. Left corner now back out towards the center to Leiden. Leiden now down to the right wing to Romhild. Romhild comes back to his left now to the free throw line, into the lane, kicks it back out to the outside. Head fake, Leslie drives in from the left wing. Shot put up high off the glass and rebounded by Whittick. Whittick over to Olmsted. Olmsted across the timeline. Olmsted now keeps it himself into the lane. No shot. Offensive foul. Foul will be on Bates, his second. Tied at 2. And so inbounded now to Rydell. 14:52 remaining in the half. Tied at 2. To Romhild. He'll get across the timeline for the Bulldogs. Shot blocked by Bates. It goes out of bounds. And so inbounding now is Leiden to our right. Leiden looking. Finally gets it inbounded to Romhild. Romhild left wing to the free throw line. Out to the right wing now to Rydell. Back out towards the center to Leslie. Let's try this all over. Oh, check that. That's Romhild. We'll try this all over again. And now down to the right wing to Leiden. Leiden looking for a cutter, but no one's really there. He's going to try to get it inside to Rydell. Back over to Leiden. Whistle and a foul. Foul will be on Rydell. And so it'll go back to the Panthers. So inbounded now to Olmsted. Tied at 2 still. 14:39 remaining in the half. Olmsted across the timeline to Whittick. Whittick now to Olmsted on the left wing. Can't take the three. Has to stay on the outside now to Weber. Weber on the right wing to Bates at the top of the key. Bates says, let's direct traffic. He gets it off to Whittick. Whittick keeps it himself, goes around the screen, puts up the shot. No good, tipped out. Bates looking for it, whistle foul. Foul's going to be, they're going to call that on Rydell, and so it'll stay Panther ball. Bates comes out, Brydung comes in, and Weber to inbound it to our left. And inbounded to Anderson. Anderson back to Weber. Weber left corner, or right corner, fakes the three. Comes out to the wing. Now into the lane. Splits two defenders. Counted in the foul. And the foul will be on Rydell. And that's his third. He's going for the three now. Is Weber. And thank you to Annabeth Seiler, your Husqvarna and Toro Lawn and Garden Equipment dealer, Highway 25, Durand. Bauer Plumbing and Septic Service, Durand, offering plumbing and septic services for new construction or home repair. Call Chris at 672-8224. And the free throw is good for the three-point play. 5-2 Panthers. Quickly back the other way come the Bulldogs. Over to Romheld. Romheld now back to Leslie. Leslie back towards the center. And now over to Romhild. Romhild on the right wing. Romhild now tries to get it inside. And it's going to be number 25. And that is Madison puts up the shot. No good. Loose ball. Saved, but back to Brydon. To Olmsted. Olmsted up and in. And so now quickly back the other way comes Leslie. Leslie into the lane. Gets trapped. Bounce pass knocked down by Olmsted. Olmsted comes up with the loose ball. Over to Weber. Weber back to Anderson. Anderson over to Brydon. 15-footer from the right side. Shot no good. Rebounded by number 3. That's Leiden. Bomb to Madison. Madison up and in. So 7-4 now. Panthers still lead. 13 minutes remaining. Three ball on the way from Weber. Shot no good. Rebounded by Madison. Madison back to Leiden. And back the other way now as over to Madison, right wing. Three ball, shot no good. And tip coming up with it. Wittig tips it back to Weber. Weber quickly back the other way. Over to Olmsted. Olmsted right wing, doesn't take the three, tries to drive in, takes a step back. Shot off the glass and good. Wow. And so 9-4 Panthers. Whoop, double dribble. And so it will be Panther ball. And so inbounding it now will be Brydon. Brydon inbounds it to Olmsted. Olmsted across the timeline now over to Wittig. Wittig now looking for a cutter. No one there. Bounce pass over to Olmsted from the free throw line. Shot off the back of the rim. No good. Tipped out by Anderson. Loose ball. Olmsted comes up with it. Back to Brydon. Brydon now. Three ball. Shot good. Brydon with the three from the right or from the left wing to make it 12-4. Panthers quickly back the other way come the Bulldogs. And over to Weber, who is in now for Boyceville. Hands it off to Leiden. Leiden top of the key. Leiden now looking for a cutter, but nobody's there. Passes it over to Romhild on the left side, on the far side now. Comes over to the top of the key, drives the lane, puts up the shot, rims out, no good. Rebounded by Anderson to Weber, to Olmsted. Olmsted stops, shot high off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Brydon, count it, and the foul. Foul will be on Madison, and going to for the three-point play is Brydon. Thank you to Amplify Health by Gunderson Mondovi Clinic. They're part of Gunderson Tri-County Hospitals and Clinics. Free throw on the way is good. Brydon completes the three-point play. 15-4 now, Panthers, 11:29 remaining. Here comes the trap, inside now to Romhild. Dishes it off to Madison, drives inside from the right wing, up and in. And back now to Olmsted across the timeline. 15-6 Panthers. Over to Wittig. Wittig left wing now. Looking for a cutter. No one there. Over to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck now at the free throw line to Wittig. Wittig left wing. Comes over to the free throw line. Goes around Weisenbeck. Lays it up. Over. Lays it. Weisenbeck though with the putback. 4-2. Quickly a bomb the other way to Madison. Madison up and in. Madison got behind the defense and nice pass. And back the other way we go now. Here's Weber. 17-8 Panthers to Olmsted. Olmsted now whistle and knocked out of bounds. It'll stay Panther ball. Sabelko comes in now for Weber. And to Inbounding it is Brydung. Brydung looking, gets it over to Weisenbeck. Ooh, pass intercepted. Intercepted by Boyceville. That is Leiden with the interception to Madison. Up and in. Madison following along a parallel and just got the pass and laid it up and in on the left side. Over to Olmsted now. To Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck hands it off to Olmsted. Olmsted top of the key, 17-10. 3 ball on the way. Wow, all air. Shot no good. And so inbounded now by Leiden. Full court Panther press. Inbounded to Romhild. Romhild now looking for the trap, but he gets around the trap on the near side. Gets across the timeline. Over on the right wing now. 17-10 Panthers lead. 10 minutes remaining. To Leslie. Leslie now gets it inside to Madison. In the lane. Turnaround jumper. Shot no good. Tipped out. And the Bulldogs come up with it. That's Leiden. He'll drive in. Rims out no good on the shot. Rebounded by Brydung. Brydung over to Olmsted. Olmsted across the timeline for the Panthers. Back over to Sabelko now. Sabelko left wing. Sabelko now comes over to the top of the key. And he hands it off to Olmsted. Olmsted now to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck top of the key to Wittick. Wittick will drive in off the screen. Puts up the shot. Whistle and a foul. He'll go to the line for 2. Foul will be on number 11, and that's going to be on Leslie. Thinking of the Goodrich Funeral Home, serving the Durand area for 5 generations. Find out about pre-planning services online at goodrichfh.com. And free throw on the way here by Wittig. First one is good. Elsivia Co-op, your certified Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster distributor, is Elsivia Co-op. Bates coming in now for Olmsted. SFB, Security Financial Bank, where electronic banking is easy. 212 West Prospect Street, Durand, and Advent Health of Durand. Time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit adventhealth.com for more information. Please thank all of our sponsors. Give them a call, drop them an email, visit their business. Tell them thank you for supporting our broadcast. Second free throw, no good. And rebounded by the Bulldogs. And that is Romhild with the rebound. And that is Romhild now with the ball at the top of the key now. Over to Leiden. Leiden on the right wing. Leiden now comes over to the top of the key. Passes it back off now to Leslie. Leslie now over to Romhild. Outside, tries to drive into the left wing, can't do it. Passes it off to Weber, who'll try to drive into the lane, can't do it. Has to pass it off to Madison. Madison tries to get it inside to Leiden. Leiden has to kick it back out, intercepted. Intercepted by Sabelko. Sabelko to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck, shot is blocked out of bounds. Nice block by Madison. 18-10 Panthers lead. Weber coming in now for Wittick. 8:45 remaining. Nope, they're going to switch it and say it's Boyceville ball, not Panther ball. So they'll change the call, and so Boyceville will get the ball back as Romhild now will inbound it. Inbounding it to Leiden. Leiden now over to Romhild. Romhild passes it over to Weber across the timeline. Now over to the right wing to Leiden. 3 ball on the way. Shot no good. Rebounded by Weber. Weber quickly back the other way for the Panthers. Tries to dish it off to Bates, but Madison knocks it out of bounds. And it'll stay Panther ball. Anderson now coming in as the Weisenbeck comes out. We get a timeout. Timeout Boyceville with 8:25 remaining here in the first half. 18-10. Panthers lead. Thank you to Sundstrom & Company, our local tax experts. It's tax time. Give Sundstrom & Company a call at 672-4425 and schedule that appointment today. Shaw's LP Gas and Appliance offering a full line of Whirlpool appliances along with installation and service. They'll also do the service on other name brand appliances too. That's Shaw's LP Gas and Appliance, downtown Durand. NTech, your premier communications and entertainment provider, Durand. Endless Summer Fitness and Tanning with around-the-clock fitness and tanning access, Durand. And the Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency, a division of Ansay and Associates. Hometown agents representing you, not individual insurance companies. Please thank all of our sponsors. Give our sponsors a call, drop them an email, visit their business, and tell them thank you for supporting our broadcast. Without their help, we wouldn't be here tonight, so please thank them for their support. Okay, so timeout's almost done. NASCAR returns this weekend. We're at Atlanta. We'll have coverage of the Xfinity Series race tomorrow afternoon starting at 3:30 here on WRDN. And then it's the NASCAR Cup Series race from Atlanta coming up on Sunday afternoon. And that will be at 1 o'clock. Okay, so Panther ball. And Brydung to inbound it. Inbounds it to Bates. Bates now will drive inside, puts up the shot, and gets the shooter's roll. 20-10 now, Panthers. Inbounded to Leiden. Leiden on the far side, gets it across the timeline now to Romhild. Romhild tries to pass it to Madison, but it goes out of bounds instead, and it'll be Panther ball. And so now inbounded to Weber. And Weber now across the timeline. Pass tipped, but Brydung comes up with the loose ball. Back to Anderson, top of the key inside to Bates. Bates in the lane, does a turnaround move, splits two defenders, up and in. 22-10 Panthers, inbounded to Romhild. Here comes the trap, he gets around it on the near side, keeps it himself. Whistle and a foul. Foul will be on the Panthers. Foul will be on Anderson, and it'll be his second. And so inbounding it now will be Leiden to our right. Inbounds it now to Weber, nearly lost it. Has to come back out to the outside. On the left wing now is Romhild. Romhild comes back out towards center. Bounce pass now to Leiden. Leiden directing traffic. Looking for Weber inside, but he's going to have to keep it himself. Pass over to Romhild on the left wing. He retreats back out there, back towards center once again. Now to Weber. Weber inside pass to Romhild, driving the lane. Whistle and a travel. So it goes back to the Panthers. Olmsted now coming in for Sabelko. And so inbounded now to Weber. And Weber will come across the timeline for the Panthers. Back to Brydung. Brydung to Anderson, inside to Bates. Bates now in the lane. Has to kick it back out to Weber. Weber top of the key, head fakes. 15-foot shot, good. Oh, what a nice move by Weber. Does the head fake on the three. The defender commits. He goes right around him, up and in. 24-10, Panthers. And across the timeline out to Leslie. Leslie, cross-court pass now to Romhild on the left wing. Romhild looking for someone inside, but no one was there. They got to go back out towards center to Leiden. Leiden now. Here comes the trap. Weber and Olmsted trying to set it up. And now to Romhild on the far side. Comes over to the top of the key to the right wing. Three ball on the way. Shot off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Leslie. Leslie kicks it back out to the left corner. Back inside to Leslie on the baseline. Top of the key now is Leiden. He'll drive in. Shot blocked by Bates. Over to Olmsted. Olmsted has his shot blocked out of bounds. Nice recovery by Romhild. And it'll stay Panther ball. No foul. Not only block it, but he did not commit the foul. Weber comes in now for Leiden for the Bulldogs. Panthers lead 24-10, 6:21 remaining in the first half. And Brydung now looking, still looking inside to Bates. Bates though is going to have to kick it back out to Anderson in the lane. Splits two defenders, high off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Madison. Madison to Romhild. Romhild across the timeline now for the Bulldogs. Hands it off to Weber. Weber to Romhild, staying on the outside. Right by the top of the key now over to Leslie. Leslie inside, and now they go back to the outside again to Leslie, trying to get it inside. Right wing, three ball, shot off the back of the rim, no good. Bates fighting for it, but coming up with it is Romhild, dishes it off, knocked out of bounds on the block. Bates knocks it out of bounds. So they were trying to get the pass inside and a shot put up, but he blocked it, and it goes out of bounds. It'll stay Boyceville ball. And so now Leiden to inbound it. Inbounds it now to Romhild. Romhild back to Leiden on the far side. They're staying out towards center. Now down to the wing. The right wing is Romhild. Romhild now looking for a cutter, but no one's there. Into the right corner now. And that was Severson. Severson now back out to Leslie. Leslie bounce pass inside to Leiden. Severson, 3-ball, right wing, shot no good. Rebounded by Leiden. He kicks it back out. Shot put on the way, partially blocked. Bates comes up with it, gets it over to Weber. Weber to Olmsted. Olmsted, count it, and the foul. Wow! As Bates knocked it out to Weber. Weber threw it back to Olmsted, and he was falling. He managed to put the shot up and was fouled. And now he'll go for the 3-point play. Wow. So Olmsted now with the 3-point play is good. And so it makes it 27-10 Panthers. Quickly back the other way, the Bulldogs. Over to Leslie. Leslie now in the right corner. Cross-court pass now, left corner. 3-ball on the way. Shot rims out, no good. Rebounded by Wittig to Olmsted. Olmsted across the timeline. Over to Weber. Weber, right wing. 3-ball. Shot's good by Weber. To make it 30-10 Panthers. 4:49 remaining in the half. And across the timeline now is Leiden. Leiden now passes it down to Leslie. Leslie on the right wing. Pass is kicked. What a kick by Wittig. And a nice catch by Briding, so the ball didn't go into the crowd. Wittig, that was kind of like a wedge kick. All right, let's try it again to Leiden. Leiden now into the corner to Rydell. Rydell, cross-court pass now to the left wing. 3-ball on the way. Shot's good by Romehild. So inbounded now to Olmsted. 30-13 Panthers. Over to Weber now. Weber on the wing. Out to Anderson at the top of the key. Back to Weber on the right wing. Inside to Bates. Bates now kicks it back out top of the key to Olmsted. Head fakes. Now will drive in from the top of the key. Puts up the shot and up and in. 32-13 Panthers. 4 minutes remaining. And back the other way now to Leiden. And away we go. And they kick it back out now to Rydell. Rydell cross-court pass to Leiden from the right wing. 15-footer. Shot rims out. No good. Rebounded by Bates. Bates to Weber on the far side. Weber keeps it himself. Stop. Oh, he goes underneath a defender with the ball up and in. And back the other way is Leiden. Leiden bomb into the corner. I got to kick it back out to Romehild. Back into the corner now to Severson. Severson's pass is tipped. And so Romehild will be able to go back on the other side of the timeline to get it because the ball was tipped. Cross-court pass now to Leiden. Leiden now kicks it out high-low. Here we go. 3-ball for Rydell. Whistling a timeout. And so timeout. And 34-16 Panthers. As we thank our high school sports sponsors, including Jerry Bear & Sons with custom-made feed for Hubbard Feeds, located by Annabeth Silo, Highway 25 Durand. Riverland Energy, your Touchstone Energy partner. The Chen Fitz-Smith Funeral Home, serving the Mondovi area. Find out about pre-planning funeral services by calling 926-3630 or visit chenfit-smithfuneralhome.com. Bauer Built Tire. Let Bauer Built Tire take care of your automotive needs under one roof. Give them a call for an appointment, 672-8300, or find them online at bauerbuilt.com. Also, The Cottage, from floral arrangements to gifts for mom. It's The Cottage, downtown Durand, and the JKO Auto Body Shop. But with car restoration and collision repair, it's the JKO Auto Body and Rod Shop, Madison Street, downtown Durand. Please thank all of our sponsors. Give them a call, drop them an email, visit their business, tell them thank you for supporting our broadcast. Again, without their help, we wouldn't be here tonight. So please thank our sponsors for supporting our broadcasts. Okay. The timeout is done, and it's the Panther ball, 34-16 Panthers. And so inbounded to Olmsted now as we're back underway. 3 minutes remaining in the half. And across the timeline now to Weber. Weber over to Bates. Bates top of the key inside to Anderson. Kicks it back out to Weber. High-low. Here we go! Luke Weber with the 3. And now inbounded to Leiden. Leiden over to Severson. Severson bounce pass now back over to Leiden. And Leiden now has to retreat back towards center. 37-16 Panthers. Leiden around the back now gets it down to Rydell. Rydell on the right, or in the left wing rather. And pass nearly intercepted by Wittick, but it goes into the crowd. Stays the Bulldogs' ball. They'll inbound it on the far side. Inbounded now to Romehild. Romehild now. Back the other way. And ball stolen. Stolen by Olmstead. Olmstead back the other way for the Panthers. Keeps it himself. Lays it under. Lays it. No good. Weber crashes the glass. Puts up a shot. No good. Rebounded by Bates. Puts up a shot. No good. And the Bulldogs get the rebound and come back the other way is Leiden. Leiden into the lane. Stop. Stolen. Stolen by Anderson. We'll try this again. Anderson lays it over, lays it. Olmstead puts up the shot, no good. Underlays it, gets his own rebound to Bates, crashes the glass, shot, no good. Bates, tip. Bates saves it, but it's intercepted. Intercepted by Rydell. Boyceville back the other way. And now over to Rydell. Head fakes the three on the left wing. Back to Romehild. Romehild now will come back to center. Thank you, boys. Let's slow it down just a little bit for the radio guy. All right, Rydell now on the left wing. He's going to try to drive inside. Can't do it. And he'll go to Leiden. Leiden now back on the left wing. They work on the left side. He'll try to drive inside. Ball knocked around by Wittick, but coming up with a loose ball is Rydell. And they're like, okay, we got to try all this again. Minute 13 remaining. 37-16 Panthers. The Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency and Security Financial Bank halftime show coming up. Romehild now back at center court. Bounce pass now to Rydell on the wing. Pass inside to Leiden. Leiden has to kick it out to Madison. They back out to the top of the key now, trying to drive inside is Rydell. Puts up the shot in the lane, rims out. Rebounded by Anderson. Anderson's pass intercepted. And back the other way. Madison now, 15-footer. Nope, he decides to give it to Rydell from the free throw line. Shot no good. Rebounded by Bates. Bates to Weber. Weber back the other way. 39 seconds remaining. Weber loses it, but Wittick comes back up with it. Weber does a head fake, does a spin move, and nearly lost it again. Bates, long three ball shot, no good. And whistling a foul. Foul will be on Anderson. That'll be his third, by the way. So we have Weisenbeck, Breidung, and Sabelko coming in. Anderson and Wittick coming out, and Bates. I'm like going, yeah, wait, we got six. We're not allowed to have six out there. 26 seconds remaining. And inbounded to Rydell. 37-16 Panthers. And across the timeline now is Rydell. Rydell back to Madison. Madison on the left wing, now to the top of the key. Over to Rydell. Rydell on the left wing. Head fakes, works off the screen, back to Madison. Madison can't take the shot. Down to 7 seconds. He'll set a screen. Romehild now has to get it back out to Leiden. Three ball off the glass and in. A three ball. And that's the half. We are at halftime as the Panthers lead 37-19. And it's time now for the Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency and Security Financial Bank halftime show, being brought to you by Security Financial Bank and also the Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency. It's Durand-Arkansaw boys basketball on WRDN.
Time for the SFB Security Financial Bank and the Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency halftime show. Brought to you by Security Financial Bank. Secure your future at Security Financial Bank, Durand, River Falls, Eau Claire, Ladysmith, Bloomer, and Black River Falls. And by the Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency, your independent insurance agent, downtown Durand.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Your Auto Owners agent serving the Durand area is Jerry Thompson Insurance, a division of Ansay and Associates.
ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. Federal layoffs continuing across key agencies, including workers at the FAA and IRS. President Trump now vowing to overhaul the Postal Service.
President Trump said Friday he's considering moving the Postal Service under the Commerce Department.
I think it'll operate a lot better than it has been over the years. It's been just a tremendous loser for this country. Tremendous amounts of money are being lost.
The Washington Post first reported the news the president was considering this merger and said that experts on the Postal Service say this move would probably violate federal law. Karen Travers, ABC News, the White House.
The Supreme Court tonight declined to immediately dissolve a temporary restraining order against President Trump's firing of the Office of Special Counsel, holding the lower court's decision. Doctors treating Pope Francis for pneumonia say the Pope is not in danger of losing his life, but also say he's not out of danger. And after a week of storms and record cold temperatures, expected to thaw this weekend. This is ABC News.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Taxes was feeling so stuck. Sitting in traffic, squeezing into a parking spot, all to squeeze in getting tax help during your lunch break. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert who does your taxes for you, while you go about your day getting real-time notifications about their progress and the most money back guaranteed. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax. Get an expert now on TurboTax.com. Only available with TurboTax Live Full Service. Real-time updates only in iOS mobile apps. See guarantee details at TurboTax.com/guarantees.
At Security Financial Bank, we understand what it takes to grow what matters. We know success doesn't happen overnight. It takes honest work, day in and day out. We value trust, leadership, and service. We are SFB, bankers who believe in your farm, your family, your future. Bankers who believe in you. Learn more at sfbank.com. Member FDIC.
The Bucks returned from the All-Star break with a 116-110 win over the Clippers last night. I'm Bill Scott with sports. Guard Damian Lillard on winning without Bobby Portis, who was hit with a 25-game suspension for violating the league's anti-drug policy.
It's really important. So, when you hear news like that, obviously it's a hit to our team, but we're all professionals, and we know that we got to hold it down for him and make sure that we stay on track for when he does come back. I think it'll make us a better team because we'll have to find a way without him.
Bucks are at Washington, D.C. to take on the Wizards tonight, their first matchup against former Buck Chris Middleton. There's college basketball on tap tonight. Marquette plays at Villanova, UW-Milwaukee at Youngstown State, and Green Bay is at Robert Morris. Hockey Badgers look to end their 6-game losing streak, playing host to Notre Dame in the first of a 2-game set at the Kohl Center tonight. The top-ranked Badger women will play the first of 2 at Bemidji State this afternoon. Bill Scott, Wisconsin Radio Network.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
Your hometown auto owner's insurance agent's working for you. The Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency, downtown Durand.
Bell beleaguered by super speedways. I'm Susie Armstrong. The story next on NASCAR Today.
Looking for motorsports coverage you can't find anywhere else? Look no further than the Motor Racing Network's lineup of weekly podcasts. NASCAR news and interviews on NASCAR Live and NASCAR Live Wide Open. NASCAR Cup Series Insight on Crew Call. NASCAR Grassroots Racing News and Talk on NASCAR Coast to Coast. And Sprint Car Talk on Wing Nation. All these and more available on podcast platforms and MRN.com.
Welcome to more.
Got a great year ahead.
Where the roads don't have limits on how fast you can go or the sights you're going to see.
Oh, we got trouble.
Welcome to new places, familiar faces, and memories in the making.
Hey, baby.
Welcome to a whole new season of NASCAR. The NASCAR Cup Series brought to you by Busch Light at Atlanta. Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern on Fox.
NASCAR Cup Series driver opinions vary on super speedways. For Christopher Bell, it's the frustration of ending up in someone else's wreck. The Joe Gibbs Racing pilot, who has 2 top 5 finishes in 9 starts at Atlanta Motor Speedway, feels the variables are slightly less imposing at the Georgia venue.
I enjoy Atlanta style a lot more than I enjoy Daytona style. It does seem like handling matters a little bit more. Maybe you can control your destiny a little bit more at Atlanta, but still you're going to see big wrecks. That's literally the only thing that I dislike about the Speedway stuff is the getting caught up in other people's messes is so common and so hard to avoid. And I think that tendency translates between both of them.
I'm Susie Armstrong. This is NASCAR Today on the Motor Racing Network.
At Security Financial Bank, we understand what it takes to grow what matters. We know success doesn't happen overnight. It takes honest work, day in and day out. We value trust, leadership, and service. We are SFB, bankers who believe in your farm, your family, your future. Bankers who believe in you. Learn more at sfbank.com. Member FDIC.
For the latest news and issues affecting agriculture, join me, Chip Flory, with AgriTalk weekdays at 1 on Real Country, 1430 WRDN.
Welcome back to Durand-Arkansaw High School. Halftime 37-19. Panthers lead. And from the JV game earlier tonight on our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard, Durand-Arkansaw won that game 44-6. For the Panthers in that first half, Parker Olmstead, he has 11. Meanwhile, Luke Weber has 13 to lead the Panthers. For Boyceville, Romehild has 5, and Madison has 8. Those are the two leading the Bulldogs. On our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard, some of the games that we are following tonight, as well as the game here. We have Osceola at Ellsworth in girls hoops, Prescott at Baldwin Woodville in girls hoops, St. Croix Central will be at Amory, that also in girls basketball. Those are just a few of the games that we're following on our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard, and you can follow the Durand Fresh Market scoreboard on the sports page of our website at realcountry1430.com. We are at halftime with the Panthers leading 37-19. And we have a second half action coming up next here on Real Country 1430 AM stereo, WRDN, Durand, Mondovi, Wabasha, and 107.3 FM translator W297CH Durand. It's Durand-Arkansaw boys basketball here on WRDN.
The real deals come from Durand Fresh Market, and they can be found online. Download the Fresh Market Rewards app and sign up to have weekly deal alerts sent right to your phone. Find digital coupons and specials and earn reward points every time you shop at Durand Fresh Market. It's easy to use the app. Just add coupons and scan the app at the checkout. It's that easy. Visit the website at shopfreshmarkets.com for the latest weekly ad, extra national coupons, or to make product suggestions. Your hometown grocery store is Durand Fresh Market, downtown Durand, and online at shopfreshmarkets.com.
When your reputation is on the line, go to the Midwest leader, Bauer Built Tire and Service, for all your tire and service repair needs. They've been supplying cars, SUVs, light and medium truck tires, as well as farm tires since 1944. Plus, they've built their reputation on services such as alignments, brakes, and suspension work that will exceed your expectations. Stop in today at Bauer Built Tire and Service on Mall Drive in Eau Claire and in Durand. Bauer Built on service.
Turn your smartphone into a radio. Download the free Android app at realcountry1430.com. Brought to you by Prime Realty of Durand.
Welcome back to Durand-Arkansaw High School as we get ready for the second half. Panthers leading 37-19. Boyceville will be going from right to left. The Panthers left to right here in this second half. And we are ready to go. Boyceville gets the ball to start, and we are underway. As Leiden now back at center. Over to Rydell. Rydell now looking for a cutter. Can't find one. Has to hand it off to Leiden. Leiden now back to Leslie. Leslie now over to Rydell. Rydell back to Romehild. Romehild looking for a cutter. No one there. Has to come back out towards center. Back to Rydell. Rydell now over to Leslie. Leslie looking for a cutter, can't find anyone. And now down to the left wing to Romhild. Romhild at top of the key to Rydell. Rydell tries to direct traffic, but has to pass it off to Lydell. Or Leiden, rather. Leiden now over to Leslie. Leslie tries to drive in from the top of the key, has to hand it off to Romhild, puts up the 15-footer off the back of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Bates. Bates to Olmstead, and Olmstead across the timeline. And across the timeline now, hands it off to Weber. Weber now inside to Olmstead. Olmstead, oh, it rims out, no good. Rebounded by Leiden. And quickly back the other way now. Pass inside. It's going to be off of Madison. And it'll go back to the Panthers. So Weber to inbound it here to our left. And inbounding it to Olmstead now. And Olmstead now across the timeline for the Panthers, leading 37-19. He keeps it himself, splits two defenders, lays it up and in. Right along the right side of the lane. He just drove the post. And inbounded now to Romhild on the far side. He gets across the timeline, comes down to the right wing, has to hand it off to Leslie. Panthers lead 39-19. And pass nearly intercepted. Madison tries to drive inside, has to kick it back out to Romhild, who drives in, puts up a shot, no good. Rebounded by Madison. Shot counted in the foul. Foul will be on Bates, and that's going to be his fourth. No, they're going to call the foul actually on Olmstead. Okay, interesting. And so going to complete the three-point play will be Madison. 39-21 Panthers. Free throw on the way is no good. But, stolen by Olmstead. Nope, they're going to say he stepped on the line out of bounds. So it'll go back to the Bulldogs. And so inbounding it now is Leiden. Leiden inbounds it to Romhild. Romhild across the timeline, or back out to the center rather, over to Leslie. Leslie now, top of the key now to Rydell. Three ball, shot off the back of the rim, no good. And rebounded by Leslie. Leslie back out to Madison. Pass out to Rydell. Rydell at top of the key. Passes it back out to Leiden. And Leiden now, bounce pass to Romhild on the right wing. Romhild now comes back towards center, has to hand it off to Leslie. Leslie, inside pass, driving the lane to Rydell, kicks it back out to the wing. Three ball on the way, shot off the rim, no good. Tipped by Bates, but coming up with it is Rydell. And Boyceville now at the top of the key to Romhild. Romhild now retreats back towards center, down to the wing to Leiden on the right side. Top of the key now to Leslie. Leslie looking for a cutter, no one there. Bounce pass to Madison, driving inside, but he's got Bates right in there. He goes to his right. Bates says no way, that's a block and no foul. Bates was like, no, we're going to just block that. It'll stay Boyceville ball, though, as Leiden will inbound it to our left. 39-21 Panthers. 15:09 remaining. Back out towards center to Romhild. And Romhild now trying to work off the screen from Madison, but can't do it. And so Romhild back at center, works off a screen again, comes down to the wing, has to hand it off to Rydell. Rydell now looking for a cutter, but cross-court pass to Leslie. Staying on the outside, Weber steals it. Loose ball, and it's still a loose ball, Whistle and a jump ball, right? It'll be Panther ball. As Anderson came in to try to fight for it as well. So inbounding it here on the near side will be Whittick. And Whittick inbounds it now to Leiden. Whoa, or check that to Olmstead rather. And Whittick, check that, Leiden makes the steal, pass inside to Rydell. Rydell up and in. All right, 39-23 now as Olmstead across the timeline. He'll keep it himself. Splits two defenders, overlays it, no good. And saving it was Anderson, but Boyceville comes up with it. And coming back the other way is the Bulldogs. Madison now kicks it back out to Rydell. Rydell, he's going to drive in from the right wing, splits two defenders, shot no good. Madison crashes the glass, gets the rebound. Kicks it back out to the top of the key. Three ball on the way is good by Leiden. 39-26 now. Boyceville, Weisenbeck, and Brydung getting ready to come in. Weber across the timeline. Over to Wittick now on the far side. Back to Bates, top of the key. Over to Olmsted. Olmsted now fakes left, goes right, drives into the post from the wing, up and in. Olmsted has 15 on the night. And Rydell now. Not across the timeline yet, but does get across the timeline. And over to Leiden. Leiden now at the wing. Cross-court pass now over to Madison. Madison on the right wing. Back to Romehild. Romehild looking for a cutter. No one there. He's back towards the center. And so now he's going to whistle a foul. Foul this time will be on Bates. And that will be his fourth foul. Nope, make that his third, rather. Weisenbeck, Brydung, and Sabelko come in. Anderson, Wittick, and Olmsted come out. 41-26, Panthers lead, 13-14 remaining. And inbounded now to Romehild. Romehild now into the corner to Rydell. Rydell comes in from the left corner on the baseline, up and in. 41-28 now, Panthers. Across the timeline is Weber. Weber over to Sabelko. Sabelko left wing. Now to Bates. Bates top of the key. Back to Weisenbeck. Right wing three ball by Weisenbeck. And 44-28 now. Quickly back the other way come the Bulldogs. Romehild. Shot, whistle. He'll go to the line for two. That's going to be on Bates. And so going to the line for two is Romehild. And thank you to Riverland Energy, your Touchstone Energy partner. Also the Chenfit Smith Funeral Home, serving the Mondovi area. Find out about pre-planning funeral services by visiting chenfit-smithfuneralhome.com. Free throw was good. Also, Durand Fresh Market, your hometown grocery store is Durand Fresh Market. Download the app for even more savings. Visit shopfreshmarketswy.com for more information. First free throw was good. Numbers are us, your daily money managers. 3rd Avenue West Durand. Rhonda's bonded and insured. Find out how a daily money manager can help your family. Give Rhonda a call at 672-8093. Second free throw, no good. And across the timeline now is Weber. Weber now over to Wittick. Wittick cross-court pass to Weber. Weber left wing. Drives in from the left wing. Puts up a tough shot right in front of Madison. Weber manages to fight through the block, up and in. 46-29, Panthers. And across the timeline now is Romehild. 12-10 remaining. And inside now to Madison. Madison in the lane has Brydung in front of him. Puts up a tough shot. Shot, whistle, and a foul. Foul's going to be on Sabelko. Nope, check that. They're going to call it Brydung. Okay. So going to the line is Madison for two. Thank you to Durand Smokehouse with a hog sale going on right now at Durand Smokehouse, Highway 85 Durand. When you get that whole or half hog, find out how you can even save more on beef as well from Durand Smokehouse. And a free throw on the way by Madison. He makes them both. So it makes it 46-31. Panthers as Weber now across the timeline for the Panthers. Over to Wittick. Wittick on the left wing. And now back to Weber. Weber from the free throw line gets it off to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck left wing. Over to Weber. Weber on the right wing now. 15-foot shot off the edge of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Madison. Madison back the other way. Splits two defenders. Puts up the shot. Underlays it. No good. Rebounded by Brydung. Brydung to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck on the left wing. Squares up. Three ball. Shots good by Weisenbeck for the three. 49-31 now, Panthers. Ball knocked out of bounds by Weisenbeck on the far side. And so inbounding it on the far side is Leiden. Leiden inbounds it to Romehild. Romehild now back at center court. Down to the left wing to Rydell. Rydell's going to drive inside. Kicks it back out now to Leslie. Leslie over to Rydell. Left corner. Three ball. Shot no good. And it's going to be off of Brydung. Olmsted coming in for Weber. 11:05 remaining in the game, 49-31 Panthers. And inbounded now to Rydell. Rydell over to Romhild. And Romhild now cross-court pass inside to Madison. Madison now puts it up and shot no good. Tip. And Boyceville comes up with it. And driving inside is Rydell. Puts up a shot over, lays it, no good. Rebounded by Breidung to Wittig. Wittig to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck left wing. Head fakes, drives inside. Under, lays it. Rebounded by Wittig. Up and in. Wittig with the follow-up for the basket. 51-31 Panthers. And across the timeline now from the left wing. 3-ball by Rydell. Whistle and a timeout. Timeout Boyceville. 10:20 remaining. Panthers up 51-34. And thank you to our high school sports sponsors, including Provisions Health, 3rd Avenue West Durand. Healthcare your way. Find out more at provisions.health. 24/7 and West Wisconsin Telecom. Building smart fiber optic communities from the ground up. Visit wwt.coop for more information. The Riverside Grill. Don't forget to visit the Riverside Grill, like all of the different daily specials. I had the tips a few nights ago. Those were awesome. And also don't forget about the Friday Fish Fry, Riverside Grill, downtown Durand. O'Galley Cheese Factory with the cheese and meat trays for any type of get-together. And a whole lot more, too. O'Galley Cheese Factory, Highway 25, Durand. Martin Transport. Visit martin.com for the latest job opportunities. It's better in blue at Martin Transport. Please thank all of our sponsors. Give them a call, drop them an email, visit their business. Tell them thank you for supporting our broadcasts. Without their help, we wouldn't be here tonight. Timeout's done. Inbounded to Olmsted. Back underway. Again with the Panthers leading 51-34. Sabelko now over to Weisenbeck. Left corner. 3-ball on the way. Shot no good. Rebounded by Leiden. Leiden across the timeline now for the Panthers. Leiden now over to Rydell. Rydell left wing. Under 10 minutes remaining. Panthers up 51-34. Pass intercepted by Wittig. He tipped it to Olmsted. Olmsted back the other way. Puts up the shot. No good. Rebounded by Breidung. Up and in with the putback. Full court Panther press now. Over to Romhild. Romhild now. Here comes the trap, but he manages to avoid it and get across the timeline. Down to Rydell on the left wing. Works off the screen. 15-footer from the left baseline. Shot no good. Rebounded by Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck to Sabelko. Sabelko across the timeline for the Panthers. Down to the top of the key. Whoa, travel. Sabelko was like getting ready to pass it, and suddenly no one was looking for the ball, so then he just ended up not working right. All right, 53-34 Panthers. 9:17 remaining. And inbounded now to Leslie. And Leslie across the timeline. This is game one of our doubleheader tonight. We have the girls coming up against Arcadia. Leslie passes tipped, but coming up with it is the Bulldogs. And Leiden now kicks it back up to Severson. Severson now hands it back to Leiden at the top of the key. He's going to try to drive inside. Can't do it. Out to the wing now. Over to Leslie. Leslie, 15-footer shot, no good. Knocked out of bounds by Leiden. It'll be Panther ball. And so inbounded now to Olmsted. And Olmsted now will go across the timeline for the Panthers. Over to Wittig. Wittig on the right wing. Round the horn we go. Olmsted now left wing. 3-ball is good by Parker Olmsted. 18 on the night for Parker. 56-34 now, Panthers. And passes tipped, but still coming up with it is Leiden. Now into the corner, Severson in the left corner. Back out to the top of the key, inside to Madison. And back over to Severson. Severson now, cross-court pass into the crowd. And so Weisenbeck to inbound it. And inbounded now to Olmsted. And Olmsted across the timeline. Over to Breidung. Breidung inside to Sabelko. Driving the lane. Puts up the shot. Under. Lays it. No good. Rebounded by Leiden. Leiden across the timeline for the Bulldogs. Panthers lead 56-34. Shot put up. No good. Tip. Coming up with it is Breidung. Brydung thought about the bomb, but said, nah, better not do that. I'll just take it myself across the timeline. Hands it off to Olmsted. Olmsted head fakes the 3 to Brydung now on the left wing. Brydung now. He's going to try and drive inside. Between 2 defenders, up and in. And so now makes it 58-34 Panthers. And across the timeline is Leiden on the far side now. Cross-court pass to Leslie. Leslie now hands it off to Rydell. Rydell looking for a cutter. No one there. Has to pass it off to Leiden. Leiden now. Back at center now. Comes down over to the right wing. Back out towards center to Leslie. Leslie now tries to drive inside. Can't do it. Pass nearly intercepted, but Rydell comes up with it. Into the left corner. 3 ball on the way. Shot no good. And loose ball. And coming up with it is the Bulldogs. Leslie now. On the far side, comes down to the right wing now. To Madison, top of the key. Madison now squares up, 3 ball on the way, shot no good, rebounded by Brydung. Brydung now over to Olmsted. Olmsted, right wing, 3 ball, shot no good, rims out, rebounded by Rydell. And Rydell now across the timeline. He'll keep it himself, puts up the tough shot, up and in. Oh, coast to coast for Rydell. And a bomb back the other way. Weisenbeck left baseline. Puts up a shot. Over. Lays it. No good. And loose ball. And coming up with it is Leslie. Leslie keeps it himself. Over. Lays it. Madison, though, with the putback. No good. Tipped by Brydung to Olmsted. Olmsted back the other way for the Panthers. He's going to try and keep it himself. Head fakes the shot. Brydung, top of the key. 3 ball. Shot off the back of the rim. No good. Weisenbeck with the rebound. And the putback up and in. Billy Weisenbeck fighting hard in the lane, gets the rebound and the putback. 60-36 now, Panthers. Whistle, timeout, Boyceville with 5:53 remaining. And the Panthers lead. And thank you to our high school sports sponsors as well. And thank you to Cell Block. Visit the Cell Block with the Fish Fry Fridays, also the daily specials as well at the Cell Block downtown Durand. Durand Improvement Group, many hands make light work. Volunteer to help with community events. Visit durandimprovementgroup.org. Also the Paul Slusher Insurance Agency, your American Family Insurance agent serving the Durand and Chippewa Falls area. American Family Insurance, insurance that fits your needs. Ryan's Sports Shop. Ice fishing is here. Visit Ryan's Sports Shop for all of your ice fishing needs. Riverside Plaza now open for all of your car care needs. Riverside Plaza, your Napa Car Care Center located at Durand, Napa, Madison Street, Durand. Again, please thank all of our sponsors. Give them a call, drop them an email, visit their business, tell them thank you for supporting our broadcasts. Without their help, we wouldn't be here tonight, and we have a doubleheader. Now we have another confusion of who's supposed to be coming in. All right, so had to wait on the substitutions here. All right, here we go. And inbounded back to Romehild. Romehild now will come down to the top of the key. And Romehild now onto the right wing. Passes it off to Severson. Severson now kicks it back out. 3 ball on the way. And shot no good. Rebounded by Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck bomb to Brydung. Brydung underlays it. No good. Madison back the other way to Romehild. Romehild now across the timeline down to the left wing. And to Rydell. Rydell now. Cross-court pass, and around the horn we go. On the right side is Severson. Severson inside. Pass to Weber. Puts up a shot, no good. Romehild gets the rebound. They kick it back out to the wing now. Driving from the left corner is Rydell. Up and in as he came in on the left baseline. He's got 14 on the night. Inbounded now to Olmsted. Olmsted across the timeline now over to Sabelko. 60-38, Panthers lead, 4:56 remaining. Olmsted top of the key, 3 ball on the way. Shot off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Wittig. Wittig now over to Severson. Severson to Weisenbeck at the top of the key. Head fakes, tries to drive in. Has the ball stolen. Stolen by Romehild. Romehild back the other way. Puts up the shot and good. And whistle timeouts. Timeout, Durand-Arkansaw. 4:32 remaining, 60-40. Panthers lead. Thank you to Annabeth Silo, your Husqvarna and Toro Lawn and Garden Equipment dealer, Highway 25 Durand. Also, Bauer Plumbing and Septic Service, offering plumbing and septic services for new construction or home repair. Call Chris at 672-8224. Amplify Health by Gunderson Mondovi Clinic, part of Gunderson Tri-County Hospitals and Clinics. And also the Goodrich Funeral Home, serving the Durand area for 5 generations. Your authorized location for monuments from Lifetime Memorials. Call the Goodrich Funeral Home of Durand for more information. Please thank all of our sponsors. Give them a call, drop them an email, visit their business. Tell them thank you for supporting our broadcast. Timeout's done. All right, we're ready to go. And so inbounded to Olmsted now. Coming up, our Bauer Bill Panther postgame show. And then our second game. In Breidig now inside to Olmsted. Olmsted turnaround jumper. Good. Wow. Parker Olmsted having a heck of a night tonight. 20 on the night. And across the timeline is Romehild. 62-40. Panthers leading. Approaching the 4-minute mark. Inside pass to Weber. He has to kick it back out now to Rydell. Rydell left corner. He's going to drive on left baseline. Kicks it back out. Pass intercepted. Intercepted by Olmsted. Olmsted keeping it himself. Puts up a shot. Whistling a foul. Foul's going to be on Weber. And so Olmsted to the line for 2. Again, coming up, our Bauer-Bill Panther postgame show. And then we'll take a real quick break and go right into our pregame show for our second game. First free throw by Olmsted is good. Next free throw on the way is good. Olmsted's coming out, with 22. And the Panthers leading by 24 with 3:54. He's probably done for the night. And so inbounded now to Romehild. Romehild across the timeline. Over to Rydell. Rydell now, top of the key. Stop. Shot. Off the back of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Bates. Bates to Weber. Weber on the far side. Weber now, top of the key. He's going to drive it. Oh, loses the ball, but regains control. Bounce pass back out to Kraleski. Kraleski now to Weber. Weber, 15-footer on the right side. Shot no good. Rebounded by Romehild. And Romehild now across the timeline. Round the horn we go now. On the right side now. Shot put up on the right baseline by Severson. Blocked partially by Bates. He comes up with the loose ball over to Breitung. Breitung now across the timeline to Weber. Weber, top of the key now. Over to Wittig. Wittig at the free throw line. Squares up. Shot off the back of the rim. No good. And rebounded by Severson. Quickly back the other way to Rydell. Puts up the shot off the glass. No good. Rebounded by Bates. Bates to Wittig. Wittig up and in. 66-40 now. Panthers lead. Across the timeline is Romehild. And 3 ball on the way from the left wing. Shot no good. And loose ball. And is it going to be a jump? It'll be Boyceville ball. Coming in for the Panthers now, Dylan Berger for Wittig. And also Aiken Fuentes coming in now for Breitung. Now we're getting a lot of the reserves all now coming in. Let's see, Luke Landon Glaus coming in. Number 34, Jackson Pickler coming in as well. And so a lot of the reserves in for the Panthers with 2:28 remaining. Panthers up by 26. Over to Romehild now. Romehild will come over to the left wing, splits 2 defenders, puts up the shot up and in. And inbounded now to Kraleski. And he'll come across the timeline for the Panthers. Cross-court pass to Glaus. Glaus now over to Berger. Berger tries to drive inside, whistle, and a jump. It'll stay Panther ball. And so inbounding it to our right is going to be Berger. And out to Glaus. Glaus now kicks it over to Fuentes. Fuentes on the right wing. Top of the key now to Pickler. Pickler back to Berger. Cross-court pass now to Glaus. He'll try to drive in from the left wing. Can't do it. Now he'll keep it himself. Nope. Off to the top of the key now over to Kraleski. Puts up a shot off the back of the rim. No good. And rebounded by Anderson for the Bulldogs. Bomb back the other way. That's Weber up and in. 66-44 Panthers with a minute 30 remaining. And across the timeline now to Glaus. Glaus over to Pickler. Pickler on the left side. Kicks it back out to Glaus now. Glaus now over to Berger. Drives into the lane. Puts up the shot. Up and in. And so across the timeline now for the Bulldogs is a light. And ball stolen. Stolen by the Panthers. With the steal, and that was Glaus with the steal. Back to Berger. Berger now to Fuentes. Fuentes to Pickler. Pickler drives inside. Puts up the tough shot. No shot. Travel. Alex Hagness now getting ready to come in. As Pickler comes out, inbounded now to Leslie. 50 seconds remaining. Panthers going to win this game. And get it inside to Anderson. Anderson now. Bounce pass back to Severson. And a three ball by Severson. And across the timeline now, Fuentes. Fuentes now to Hagness. Hagness on the right wing. 21 seconds remaining. Cross-court pass now to Berger. Berger over to Glaus. Glaus, he's going to drive inside. Stop, puts up the tough shot in the lane. Shot no good. Tip. Rebounded by Boyceville. That is Weber with the rebound over to Anderson. Anderson keeps it himself. Puts up the shot, gets hard shot. 0.7 of a second remaining. And Panthers again going to win this game. 68-47 is pretty much what it's going to be once they inbound it, and that's it. And Panthers win it tonight, 68-47. Coming up, our Bauer Built Panther post-game show being brought to you by Bauer Built Tire and Service, Durand and Mall Drive, Eau Claire. It's Durand-Arkansaw boys basketball on WRDN.
Thank you for listening to tonight's Durand Panther Sports broadcast on WRDN. Time now for the Bauer Built Panther post-game show, brought to you by Bauer Built Tire and Service, with locations in Durand and Mall Drive, Eau Claire.
When your reputation is on the line, go to the Midwest leader, Bauer Built Tire and Service, for all your tire and service repair needs. They've been supplying cars, SUVs, light and medium truck tires, as well as farm tires since 1944. Plus, they've built their reputation on services such as alignments, brakes, and suspension work that will exceed your expectations. Stop in today at Bauer Built Tire and Service on Mall Drive in Eau Claire and in Durand. Bauer Built on service.
Welcome back to Durand-Arkansaw High School tonight. The Panthers win it by a score of 68-47. Let's run down scoring that we had for the Panthers. Parker Olmsted had 22. Luke Weber 15. Billy Weisenbeck 10. Breidung had 10. Connor Wittig 5. Dane Bates 4. Dylan Berger 2. With the win, the Panthers now improve to 11-1 in the Dunn St. Croix, 17-4 overall. Meanwhile, for Boyceville, Romheld had 10 on the night. Leiden had 6. Severson had 3. Rydell had 14. Madison had 12, and Weber had 2. For Boyceville, they fall to 3-10 in the Dunn St. Croix and 6-16 overall. But for the Panthers, pretty good game. We are in the middle of doing a switch here for the folks from, they got to get the Arcadia folks in. The Boyceville folks are leaving and the Arcadia folks are coming in, so we do have a bit of a break here, but that is where we're at. And again, Panthers win it tonight 68-47. We're going to take another break and be back here with a little bit more from Durand-Arkansaw High School as part of our doubleheader tonight. It's the Bowerville Panther postgame show being brought to you by Bowerville Tire and Service, Durand and Mall Drive, Eau Claire. It's Durand-Arkansaw boys basketball on WRDN.
When your reputation is on the line, go to the Midwest leader, Bauer Built Tire and Service, for all your tire and service repair needs. They've been supplying cars, SUVs, light and medium truck tires, as well as farm tires since 1944. Plus, they've built their reputation on services such as alignments, brakes, and suspension work that will exceed your expectations. Stop in today at Bauer Built Tire and Service on Mall Drive in Eau Claire and in Durand. Bauer Built on service.
Welcome back to Durand-Arkansaw High School, where tonight Panthers win it by a score of 68-47.
Durand-Arkansaw
in the JV
High School,
game tonight.
was
Durand-Arkansas win it by a score of 68-47. Now with the win in the JV game tonight was Durand-Arkansas winning over Boyceville as well, 44-6. Now with the win, this next week, of course, the boys they take on Spring Valley for the Panthers. I think with the win, Spring Valley has the same record as well, and so this will be kind of a big deal for the Panthers. I think with the win, they've at least clinched a share of the Dunn St. Croix Conference title. And so, again, Panthers win it tonight by a score of 68-47. Those of you listening to our broadcast, we're just going to take a quick break here. For our pregame. Want to have be hearing too much here on the radio, on the audio here until we get ready for the pregame. But we're going to take a break here and wrap things up as we get ready for game number 2 of our doubleheader tonight. Up next, here in just a couple minutes, it's the ladies on the court with Durand-Arkansaw taking on Arcadia, and that's on the way. You're listening to Durand High School basketball here on WRDN Durand.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
This is an announcement to all United States vehicle owners who own a 2003 or newer vehicle with a manufacturer's warranty about to expire, or no warranty coverage at all. With a struggling economy and the cost of living on the rise, Endurance is now offering an affordable, low-cost vehicle coverage plan to the general public. As of today, you could be one of millions of drivers that now may qualify to have your vehicle protected under this coverage and have all future covered auto repairs paid directly to the repair shop for you. You pick your plan. You pick your deductible. You even pick the repair shop. Roadside service, towing, and rental coverage is included. Get your vehicle protected now and save your wallet from costly vehicle repairs. A toll-free number has been established for you to call for your free 5-minute quote and to see if you qualify. The number to call is 800-247-1146. 800-247-1146. Again, that's 800-247-1146.
The following is a presentation of WRDN Sports. Welcome to the Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. To learn more, visit adventhealth.com. Now, with today's Panther Preview, here is Brian Winnekins.
From Durand-Arkansaw High School, game number 2 of our doubleheader tonight. The girls getting ready to take the court. This is the Advent Health Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com. Durand-Arkansaw, the Lady Panthers taking on Arcadia in game 2 of our doubleheader tonight. For the Lady Panthers, of course, last night, they wrap up their Dunn St. Croix Conference season with a 52-28 win over Colfax. They are 18-5 overall in the season. They ended up second in the Dunn St. Croix. Arcadia, they are 13-10 overall on the season after their 53-44 win over Viroqua. And Emma Hoyt, leading scorer for the Lady Panthers, averaging about 13 points a game. Addison Oth averaging 6 rebounds a game, even though she hasn't been playing the last few weeks. Meanwhile, Tatum Drakowski is the leading scorer for Arcadia with 14 points a game. She's also the leading rebounder with 12 rebounds a game. And coming up here on the Advent Health Panther Preview, we'll talk with Durand-Arkansaw head coach Darren Lowenhagen about the win over Colfax from last night in tonight's game against Arcadia. But coming up next, we'll tell you who won where on our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard. That's coming up next on the Advent Health Panther Preview. Brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com. It's Durand-Arkansaw girls basketball on WRDN.
What does it mean to feel whole? For some, it's omega-3s, high fives, or shuffleboard. Yes. It's kale, kiwi, kumquats, all together. Whatever helps you feel whole, Advent Health is here to support it. We're here to heal what hurts, ease your mind, and lift your spirit with world-class medical expertise and compassionate whole-person care. So go for it. Get back on your feet. Overcome the odds. Live your best life and feel whole with Advent Health. To learn more, visit adventhealth.com.
Welcome back to the Advent Health Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com. Let's take a look at scores from our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard from last night. Durand Fresh Market, your hometown grocery store. Boys basketball from last night, Osceola over Ellsworth 68-56. It was St. Croix Central defeating Amory 50-46 in overtime. Boyceville defeats Mondovi 66-56. Baldwin Woodville over Prescott 50-36. It was Elma Pepin defeating Melrose Mindoro 71-81. And Mankato East defeats Red Wing 99-48. Girls basketball from last night in a game heard here on WRDN. Durand-Arkansaw, they wrap up their Dunn St. Croix Conference schedule, defeating Colfax 56-28. Elk Mound, they go undefeated for the season once again in the Dunn St. Croix Conference as they defeat Mondovi 66-18. It was Boyceville over Spring Valley 68-44. Meanwhile, Grand Meadow, they defeat Wabasha Kellogg 62-33. Lake City wins over Pine Island 45-44. That's what happened on the Durand Fresh Market scoreboard last night. And you can follow the Durand Fresh Market scoreboard on the sports page of our website at realcountry1430.com. You're listening to the Advent Health Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com.
What does it mean to feel whole? For some, it's omega-3s, high fives, or shuffleboard. It's kale, kiwi, kumquats, all together. Whatever helps you feel whole, Advent Health is here to support it. We're here to heal what hurts, ease your mind, and lift your spirit. With world-class medical expertise and compassionate whole-person care. So go for it. Get back on your feet. Overcome the odds. Live your best life and feel whole with Advent Health. To learn more, visit adventhealth.com.
Welcome back to the Advent Health Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. Time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com as we get ready for tonight's Durand-Arkansaw Arcadia girls basketball game number 2 of our doubleheader. Joining us, Durand-Arkansaw head coach Darren Lowenhagen. And Coach, after the game, we had talked a little bit about the Colfax game. Really just a very nice performance by the team.
Yeah, really happy with our performance and how we played. Obviously, shooting well to start helps a lot. But, I think I was just as pleased with kind of the little things that you don't see. The defense, getting on the floor for loose balls, effort plays that we kind of talk about. And you saw a bunch of those on rebounds where we had girls getting in there, tipping it, and then all of a sudden it ends up in our hands, and then you get a second opportunity. So really happy with that.
There was also some offensive plays. I mean, I saw, Victoria Kurth had a couple of plays where, wow. I mean, a perfect pass to Emma on the run and just an easy layup. I mean, it seemed like the offense, it was really clicking.
Yeah, it's a couple of set plays that we have, and thought that, she's been really good in that spot all year, kind of making those passes and timing them up. And it's kind of when she lets the ball go, the girl's not even open yet, and she just gets open. So good job for her. And then also just getting her to be more aggressive. She had some really nice post moves tonight, and really trying to get after that aggressively on some of those attacks.
And that we've seen flashes of that from Victoria at times where, and the threes will go in, or she'll be able to drive the post and she gets it to go in. And then there's other times she's just like, how hard is that to say, Victoria, you can do this, you've done it before?
Yeah, I think that's, just the job as the coach, trying to keep her staying aggressive, and to other players as well. She's a good passer and sometimes defers to her teammates too much. And then we rely on her a bunch for her post defense and rebounding and things like that. So every once in a while she should enjoy the fruits of it and go score the basketball.
Talking with Durand-Arkansaw head coach Darren Lowenhagen. Well, tonight taking on Arcadia. Yes, it's a makeup game, but it is kind of fun. These double headers are kind of fun, and this time you get the late game.
Yeah, and it's a good opportunity for us to take this, like we had talked about, is treat it like playoffs, go play back-to-back games, and also it's the scouting, it's the preparing for them without any practice. All those things are what happens in the playoffs, so it's good to kind of run through that today.
Have you had a chance to look at anything that Arcadia has done over the season so far?
Yeah, I've glanced at them a few times and was able to see, some of the scores and then watching some of the stuff. And, we've played them every year now, and a lot of the same coach, so it's a lot of similar things. Last year they were very freshman-oriented, and so this year some of those girls are now sophomores. We'll delve into it a little bit and make sure we're ready to go for them.
Well, it's going to be a fun time tonight. We'll talk to you after the game.
All right, thank you.
Durand-Arkansaw head coach Darren Lowenhagen on the way. Starting lineups and tip-off game 2 of our doubleheader. Durand-Arkansaw and Arcadia. That's coming up next here on Real Country 1430 AM stereo, WRDN, Durand, Mondovi, Wabasha, and 107.3 FM translator, W297CH, Durand.
What does it mean to feel whole? For some, it's omega-3s, high fives, or shuffleboard. It's kale, kiwi, kumquats, all together. Whatever helps you feel whole, Advent Health is here to support it. We're here to heal what hurts, ease your mind, and lift your spirit. With world-class medical expertise and compassionate whole-person care. So go for it. Get back on your feet. Overcome the odds. Live your best life and feel whole with Advent Health. To learn more, visit adventhealth.com.
And welcome back to Durand-Arkansaw High School as we get ready for game number 2 tonight. Durand-Arkansaw taking on Arcadia. And Again, welcome to those of you watching our broadcast on our streaming video service. Our streaming video service being brought to you by the Wisconsin Soybean Marketing Board. And also welcome to those of you listening to our broadcast on our streaming audio service as well. Those of you serving in the military. Again, we thank you for your service. We hope tonight's broadcast brings you a taste of home wherever you may be serving. Streaming audio being brought to you by Prime Realty of Durand, the area's #1 home seller, and Adams Super Service, your Partners Network Car Care Center in Durand. And again, for the Panthers winning that first game tonight, the boys 68-47 over Arcadia. All right, and so it'll be the ladies now up next as they pretty much are wrapping up their regular season here tonight, as they'll get ready for the playoffs here next week with the regionals. And we also want to, for next week, by the way, I will be traveling on Thursday of next week to Commodity Classic. So I will not be doing the broadcasts. We will not have coverage on the radio for the regional basketball games. You'll have to watch the games on the Huddle program from the Durand-Arkansaw School District. I'll be at Commodity Classic. I leave on Thursday of next week and do not get back until until Monday, the 3rd. So just wanted to keep that in mind. Let's go down courtside for our national anthem. Arkansas Band with tonight's national anthem. Let's give you our starting lineups tonight for the Arcadia Raiders. They are 13-10 overall. Coming out will be number 2, senior Caitlin Bremer. Number 5, sophomore Madison Rohan. Number 10, junior Jocelyn Lockington. Number 11, sophomore Tatum Drakowski. And number 42, junior Justin Sinsala. And the Lady Raiders in their black uniforms with the white numerals. They'll be going from left to right here to start tonight's game. For the Durand-Arkansaw Panthers, 18-5 overall. Coming out will be number 2, senior Chloe Ogg. Number 12, senior Victoria Kurth. Number 14, senior Emma Hoyt. And number 21, senior Sawyer Sabelko, along with number 10, senior Ellie McMahon as well. So the Lady Panthers in their white uniforms with the purple numerals. They'll be going from right to left here to start everything off. And again, we'll continue to thank our high school sports sponsors throughout the evening as well. Again, please thank them, because without their help, we wouldn't be here tonight. Thank you to Alcivia Co-op, your Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster distributor, Durand, Security Financial Bank, where electronic banking is easy, 212 West Prospect Street, Durand, and Advent Health of Durand. Time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com. All right, Victoria Kurth will be at center, facing Drazkowski. And so here we go. And tipped, and it's going to be back to the Raiders. We are underway. And a pass going to be thrown out of bounds back to the Panthers. So inbounded to Chloe Oth. And Chloe Oth now across the timeline for the Panthers. Over to Hoyt. Hoyt right wing, head fakes to three. Now tries to drive inside, kicks it back out to Kurth, top of the key, over to Sabelko, right wing. Cross-court pass to Oth. Oth, top of the key now, over to Hoyt on the right wing, or left wing rather. Back to McMahon. McMahon to Oth. Oth now looking for a cutter, can't find anyone. Over to Sabelko, three ball on the way. Shot no good. And rebounded by Arcadia. With the rebound is Rohan. She'll take it coast to coast. And puts up the shot in the lane, is good. And back the other way now come the Panthers, leading, or Arcadia leading 2-0. Over to Kurth now. Kurth, top of the key. Back to McMahon. McMahon now cross-court pass to Sabelko. Sabelko looking for cutter, no one there. Now to Oth. Oth, no one, or looking for Kurth inside. Kurth tried to pass it back. It's intercepted. Intercepted by Arcadia. And that is Drakowski. And whistle and a travel. Goes back to the Panthers. And so Sabelko to inbound it. And inbounds it to Oth. Oth now across the timeline for the Panthers. Over to Sabelko. Sabelko pass inside to McMahon. McMahon drives it in. Counted in the foul. And a foul will be on number 24 and for Arcadia. Is it 24 or? So McMahon to the line for the three-point play. Shot no good. And rebounded by Arcadia. And across the timeline comes Arcadia now. Into the left corner is Dreskowski, or Grohan rather. She kicks it back out now to Sunsella. Sunsella up and in. And so it makes it 4-2 Arcadia. Across the timeline now over to Hoyt. Hoyt now back to Kurth. Kurth now to Oth. Oth on the right wing. Works off the screen. Can't take the three to McMahon. Over to Sabelko. Sabelko left wing. Tries to drive inside. Was looking. She'll square up. Three ball on the way. Shot rims out. No good. And jump ball. Jump ball. That'll be Panther ball. That last foul on Arcadia, by the way, was on Sunsala. Okay. So inbounding it. Off inbounds it to Kurth. Kurth puts up the shot. Partially blocked. And jump ball. It'll go to Arcadia. Hoyt was fighting for it. So inbounding it now will be Dreskowski. And loose ball, and Oth comes up with it. Overthrew on the pass. Back to Hoyt. Hoyt now, right baseline, stop, shot, overlays it, no good. McMahon with the rebound, whistle and a foul. Foul will be on Arcadia, being Bremer. He'll stay Panther ball, and off to inbound it to our left. 4-2 Arcadia leads, 15:50 remaining. And inbounded now to Hoyt. Back out to Oth. Oth now over to McMahon. Back the other way we go. And shot put up and good. That's going to be number 11. That's going to be Dreskowski. And back the other way we go now over to Oth. Oth at the top of the key now over to Hoyt now. Hoyt on the wing. Cross-court pass stolen. Interception. And back the other way now, and that is going to be Dreskowski. Overlays it, no good. Rebounded by Sabelko. Sabelko now across the timeline. Over to Oth. Oth now back to Kurth. Kurth back to Oth. Oth left corner. Oth now is going to try to drive inside. Nope, kicks it back out. Now around the horn we go. Oth now top of the key. She's going to drive in. Puts up a shot, whistle, and a foul. And so Oth now to the line. And shot put up, no good. And next free throw on the way is no good. And rebounded by Arcadia. Arcadia with the rebound. And it's going to be Grohan back across the timeline now. And outside now to the top of the key. And over to the wing now. Drakowski puts up the shot. No good. Rebounded by Oth. And Oth across the timeline. Over to the top of the key now, over to McMahon. McMahon on the wing now, over to Sabelko. Sabelko over to Hoyt. Hoyt now. Across the timeline over to Oth. Oth now. Kicks it over to McMahon. And back off to Oth. Oth at the top of the key. And shot put up, no good. Loose ball. And Arcadia comes up with it. And back across the timeline now, 6-2. Arcadia still leads. Into the corner, 3 ball on the way is good by number 25, Schlesser. And it makes it a 9-2 ball game. And it's going to be timeout, Durand-Arkansaw, with Arcadia leading by a score of 9-2 with 13:47 remaining. And thank you as well to our high school sports sponsors, including Sundstrom & Company, your local tax experts. Calling now for tax planning. It is tax season. 672-4425. Schedule that appointment today. Shaw's LP Gas and Appliance, offering a full line of Whirlpool appliances along with installation and service, along with service of other brand name appliances as well. That's Shaw's LP Gas and Appliance, downtown Durand. Prime Realty of Durand, the area's #1 home seller. Visit their website at primerealitymidwest.com. Prime Realty, they are the area's #1 home seller. All right, timeout is done. Inbounded now to Oth. Oth across the timeline for the Panthers. Now around the horn we go, over to Oth. Off now. She'll drive in from the right or left wing. Shot blocked. Blocked by Drakowski. Back over to Sansala. Pass now down to the wing to Grohan. She'll drive in from the left wing. Shot put up. No good. Off comes up with the loose ball over to Hoyt. Hoyt now back the other way for the Panthers. Back to Oth now. Oth over to Hoyt. Hoyt on the left wing tries to drive inside now to Kurth. Kurth bounce pass inside to Hoyt. Loose ball coming up with it is Sabelko though. Sabelko came up with that loose ball, manages to put the shot up and in. 9-4 Raiders. And here comes the trap. Loose ball, and Kurth knocks it away and comes up with it to Oth. Oth up and over. Lays it, gets her own rebound. Whistle and a foul. As she puts up another shot. Foul's going to be on Lockington for Arcadia. All right, so Oth to shoot 2. And first free throw on the way is no good. So next free throw on the way now for the Panthers. And shot put up and off the back of the rim, no good. And Kurth whistling a foul. Foul will be on Kurth, I think. Yep. So Arcadia will get the ball back. 9-4, Raiders lead. Inbounded to Grohan. And here comes the trap. Lockington now. Across the timeline, Drakowski. Over to Grohan on the left wing. Drives inside. Bounce pass. Now they get it back out to the wing. 3 ball on the way. Shot's good by Lockington. To make it 12-4 Raiders. And across the timeline now is Oth. Oth over to Sabelko. Sabelko to Kurth. Kurth top of the key now. Over to Klaus. Klaus inside to Sabelko. Puts up the shot. Whistling a foul. She'll go to the line for 2. Foul's going to be on number 10, Lockington, her second. So Sabelko to the line for 2. Thank you to Adams Super Service, your Partners Network Car Care Center with complete auto service downtown Durand. First free throw is good. Also N-Tech, your premier communications and entertainment provider, Durand. And the Summer Fitness and Tanning with around-the-clock fitness and tanning access, Durand. And the Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency, a division of Ansay and Associates. Hometown agents representing you, not individual insurance companies. Sabelko makes the second free throw to make it 12-6 Raiders. Full court Panther press again. And inbounded back to Drakowski, now over to Lockington across the timeline. Loose ball, but coming up with it is Schlesser. And she gets it over to Drakowski now. Down to the wing. 3-ball on the way. Shot's no good on the right wing, but rebounded by Schlesser. Shot put up into the lane from Drakowski, rebounded by Hoyt. Hoyt over to Oth. Oth to Paschal. Back to Oth now. Oth on the left wing to Glaus now. Glaus to Hoyt at the top of the key. Off left corner. 3-ball on the way. Shot short, no good. Off gets her own rebound. Crashing the glass. Up and in. Oh, wow. 12-8 now, Arcadia. And cross-court pass now to Grohan. And bounce pass over to Drakowski. She'll get across the timeline for the Raiders. Back over to Bolin. Bolin now dishes it back out to Drakowski. She'll put up the shot on the right baseline. Shot no good. Tip. And it's going to be off of Arcadia. It'll be Panther ball. Hoyt to inbound it now to our right. 11-11 remaining in the first half. 12-8. Arcadia. Across the timeline now comes on. Off across the timeline over to Glaus. Glaus now on the right wing to Kurth at the top of the key to Paschal on the left wing. Paschal inside to Glaus. Glaus though can't take the shot. Oh, she does a spin move and shot short, no good, underlaid it. Rebounded by Sansala. And across the timeline now for the Raiders. Driving inside is Drakowski, though she can't hang on to the ball. It goes out of bounds, Panther ball. And so inbounded now to Oth. Oth across the timeline. Over to Paschal. Paschal now on the right wing. Paschal now kicks it over to Glaus. Glaus now to Kurth. Kurth left corner. 3-ball on the way. Shot short, no good. And rebounded by number 5, and that's Grohan. And whistle and a travel. Sabelko and McMahon come in. Glaus and Kurth come out. And inbounding it now will be Sabelko. So inbounded now to Oth. Oth across the timeline. And now over to Hoyt. Hoyt top of the key. 3-ball. Shot's good by Emma Hoyt. 12-11 now Arcadia. Quickly across the timeline come the Raiders. That's Grohan. And she passes it off, whistling a foul as Schlesser drives in from the left wing. She'll go to the line for 2. I'm going to say foul is on Emma Hoyt. And so the line for 2 will be Schlesser. Thank you to the Jerry Barron Sons, featuring pet food from Nutrisource and Diamond, located by Annabeth Silo, Highway 25, Durand. First free throw is good. And Riverland Energy, your Touchstone Energy partner. Next free throw on the way is good. She makes them both. So, 14-11 Raiders. And across the timeline now. Ball nearly stolen. It is stolen. And it's going to be a jump ball. And on the jump, it stays Panther ball. So Hoyt to inbound it. Inbounds it to Oth. Off now across the timeline. Over to Hoyt now. Hoyt to McMahon. McMahon in the left side. Comes out to the wing now. Out to the top of the key now. Over to Paschal. Paschal top of the key. Pass to Hoyt on the left wing. Hoyt now. Over to McMahon. Now to Paschal. Paschal right side. Over to Oth top of the key. Oth now looking for a cutter. No one's there. Now over to Paschal, high pass, but Paschal comes down with it. Back over to Sabelko. Sabelko now top of the key. Inside to Hoyt. Hoyt splits 2 defenders in the lane, puts up the shot, gets the shooter's roll. 14-13 Raiders. Whistle and a foul. Foul will be on Hoyt. or check that off. Chloe Ott, number 2. Yep, all right. So inbounding it again will be Drazkowski. And she inbounds it now to Schlesser. And she'll get across the timeline quickly. Bounce pass over to Lockington. Lockington on the right wing now passes it back to Bremer inside, puts up the shot, count it, and the foul. Check that going to the line was Drazkowski. And so she'll try to complete the three-point play. Foul will be on Paschal. .8:57 remaining in the half, 16-13. Arcadia leads. As free throw on the way now is no good. And rebounded though by Arcadia, whistling a foul on Hoyt. Kurth coming back in now for Hoyt. He'll stay Arcadia ball. And inbounding it to our right is Grothan. And inbounded now to Lockington. Lockington now back over to Grothan. She'll try to drive in and has Off there. Puts up the shot, blocked by Off of all people. Loose ball though, as coming up with it is Sansala at the top of the key. Back over to Grothan. Grothan now over to Bremer. Bremer now back over to Grothan on the right wing. Round the horn we go over to Sansala now. Sansala, she comes down to the right wing now as Sansala tries to put up the shot into the lane. Whistle and a foul. She'll go to the line for 2. Foul's going to be on Victoria Kurth, and so first free throw on the way, no good. And thank you to Bauer-Built Tire and Service. Let Bauer-Built take care of all of your automotive needs under one roof. Give them a call at 672-8300 or find them online at Bauerbuilt.com. Next free throw, no good. Rebounded by Victoria Kurth. Inbounded over to Oth. Oth back to Sabelko. Sabelko to Paschal. Paschal on the left wing. Now out to Hoyt, or to McMahon. McMahon to Oth. Oth right wing. Oth now retreats back out towards center. 16-13, Arcadia leads. Back to Sabelko. Sabelko to Paschal. Paschal to Sabelko on the outside. Back to McMahon. McMahon now to Oth. Oth on the right wing. Back to McMahon to Paschal. Bounce pass to Sabelko. Sabelko on the left wing. Cross-court pass to Oth. Oth right side. 3 ball on the way. Scored by Chloe Oth to tie the game. And full court Panther press over to Grothan now. And still not across the timeline. Here comes the trap. Grothan, no, gets across the timeline. Here comes the trap again. Loose ball. Still a loose ball. Jump ball. It'll stay Arcadia ball. And whistle on a timeout. Timeout Arcadia. So tied at 16 with 7:33 remaining here in the first half. Thank you to the Cottage, from floral arrangements to gifts for mom. Visit the Cottage, downtown Durand. The JKO Auto Body Shop with car restoration and collision repairs. The JKO Auto Body Shop, Madison Street, Durand. Durand Fresh Markets. Download the new app from Durand Fresh Market for even more savings. Visit shopfreshmarkets.com for more information. And save even more from your hometown grocery store, Durand Fresh Market. Numbers are us, your daily money managers, 3rd Avenue West, Durand. Give Rhonda a call at 672-8093 or visit her online at numbersareus.com. Find out how a daily money manager can help your family, especially protect your family from fraud as well. And Durand Smokehouse, where the hog sale going on right now at Durand Smokehouse, Highway 85, Durand. And when you get that whole or half hog, you can find out how you can even save some money on beef too from Durand Smokehouse. Again, please thank all of our sponsors. Give them a call, drop them an email, visit their business, tell them thank you for supporting our broadcast. Without their help, pretty simple, wouldn't be able to be bringing you tonight's game here on WRDN. So on the far side, they will inbound it. Sansala to inbound it on the far side. And Sansala looking and gets it inbounded now to Grothan. And over to Sansala. Sansala left wing. Whistle and a foul. Foul's going to be on Arcadia. So foul is going to be on Grothan, her first, and so Panthers get the ball back. Inbounded to Oth. And Oth across the timeline now. We're tied at 16. And Oth now to Sabelko. Sabelko over to McMahon. Back to Kurth. Kurth on the left wing. Over to Hoyt. Hoyt squares up top of the key. 3-ball! Emma Hoyt with the 3. And the Panthers lead now, 19-16. And back Grothan across the timeline. Keeps it herself. And whistle and a travel. So Hoyt to inbound it here to our right. And inbound it to Oth. Panthers up by 3, 19-16. Off across the timeline, hands it off to Kurth. Whistle and a foul. Foul will be on Arcadia. That's going to be on Drazkowski, her first. Oh, and we have bonus time now for the Panthers. Rest of the way for the 1-and-1 will be Kurth. She'll get the 1-and-1. First free throw on the way. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by McMahon. McMahon comes back out to the wing now. Over to Sabelko. Back to Oth. Oth now comes back out towards center. Hands it off to Kurth. Kurth. Bounce pass inside to Hoyt. Driving in from the right wing. Up and in. Emma Hoyt with the pass from Kurth. Oh, we've seen that a bunch of times, haven't we, this year? And across the timeline, Drazkowski. Pass is tipped by McMahon. And it'll go out of bounds. And it'll be Arcadia ball. Inbounding it on the far side now will be Boland. And she'll inbound it to Schlesser. Panthers lead 21-16. And now down to the wing to Drazkowski. She comes back out towards center. Now has to pass it off to Lockington. Lockington has the double team now. They get it inside. Overthrows it. Pass intended for Bremer, but a bit too high out of bounds. Panther ball. So inbounded to Oth. And Oth across the timeline now. Oth over to Hoyt. Hoyt now back to Kurth. Kurth over to Oth. Oth now looking, squares up from the left wing. 3-ball shot, no good. And Hoyt fighting for it, but coming up with it is Schlesser, and she passes it back off to Drazkowski. Into the left corner, or into the right corner now. Driving into the lane is Boland. Boland kicks it back out to the wing to Drazkowski. Back out to the wing, long 2. Shot is good on the bounce by Boland, but it was a 2. Her foot was on the line. And so now across the timeline is Oth. 21-18 Panthers. Hoyt now on the right wing. Back over to McMahon. McMahon, top of the key now to Hoyt. Hoyt, right wing. Hoyt now over to Oth. Oth, right corner. And now back out to Kurth. Kurth drives in from the top of the key, but has to kick it back out to McMahon. McMahon over to Sabelko. Sabelko to Oth. Oth, left corner, inside to McMahon. McMahon into the lane, puts up the shot, blocked. And coming up with the loose ball is Drazkowski. Bomb back the other way now to Lockington. And the ball is knocked out of bounds by the Panthers. It'll stay the Raider ball. So inbounding it is Schlesser. She's looking, and kicked by Sabelko. If you can notice Sabelko's shoes, when I first looked at them, I thought those were Crocs, just by the color. Inbounded to Drazkowski, puts up the shot, up and in. And inbounded now to Oth. 21-20, Panthers still lead. And across the timeline now to Hoyt. Hoyt inside to Kurth. Kurth, though, bounce pass back out to Oth. Oth on the right wing. Now over to Sabelko. Sabelko head fakes. She'll drive into the lane. Puts up a shot, whistling a foul. Foul's going to be on number 10, and that's going to be on Lockington. Going to the line for 2 is Sabelko. Panthers lead by 1, 21-20. Thinking of the Sal Block featuring that soup and salad bar every day. Don't forget about all the different daily specials, including that Friday fish fry, too, at the Cell Block, downtown Durand. Durand Improvement Group, many hands make light work. Volunteer to help with community events throughout the year. Visit durandimprovementgroup.org. First free throw is good. Next free throw on the way is good by Sabelko. She makes them both. And so now Acadia comes back the other way, and that is Grohan comes back the other way for the Raiders. Passes it off to Boland on the far side. Now down to the wing over to Schlesser. Schlesser back to Boland. Cross-court pass now to Grohan. Back to Schlesser on the right corner. Now a cross-court pass to the crowd. And it's Panther ball. Sabelko to inbound it on the far side. Panthers lead 23-20, 4:18 remaining here in the first half. And off now across the timeline for the Panthers over to Sabelko, right wing to McMahon. McMahon to Kurth. Kurth now on the left wing. Kurth looking for a cutter. Hoyt now top of the key. Does not take the three. Hands it back off to Kurth. Kurth works off a screen from McMahon. Back out to Hoyt. Hoyt back at the top of the key. Three ball. Shot is short. No good. Rebounded by McMahon. She gets it back out to Kurth to Sabelko. Sabelko's three is blocked. And the Raiders come up with it. Nice block by Grohan. And coming back the other way now is Dreskowski. And they kick it back out to the wing. Three ball on the way. Shot short. No good. Rebounded by Oth to Hoyt. Hoyt back the other way. Splits two defenders. Whistling a foul. Foul will be on Arcadia. Foul's going to be on number 11. It's going to be on Dreskowski. And going on the line for two is Hoyt. Coming up, our Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency and Security Financial Bank halftime show. So Hoyt to shoot to two. And first free throw on the way is good. Minor NASCAR returns this weekend. We're at Atlanta Motor Speedway, the Xfinity Series race tomorrow afternoon at 3:30. And the NASCAR Cup race comes up on Sunday afternoon at 1 here on WRDN and online on our streaming audio service at realcountry1430.com. Free throw on the way. Off the back of the rim, no good. And loose ball. Hoyt comes up with a loose ball. And Panthers have it once again. Three ball on the way by Klaus. Caught by Dreskowski. Quickly back the other way now comes Grohan. Grohan puts up the shot. Whistle and a travel. So Hoyt to inbound it now to Chloe Oth. Oth across the timeline now for the Panthers. Over to Kurth. Kurth now on the left wing. Back to Paschal. Paschal now, cross-court pass to Oth. Oth now to Kurth. Kurth squares up, right side, three ball. Oh, shot no good. And Kurth comes up with a loose ball after getting tapped to her from Hoyt. Back to Paschal now. Paschal comes to the top of the key, whistling a foul. Foul's going to be on Bremer. Going to the line now for the double bonus will be Paschal. So again, we have the Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency and Security Financial Bank halftime show coming up. First free throw is good. Next free throw on the way by Paschal is good. She makes them both. So Panthers lead by 6 now, 26-20, 2:48 remaining. And across the timeline now to Sunsella. Pass is going to be tipped, tipped out of bounds by the Panthers. I think Kurth did that. And so it'll stay Arcadia ball. Inbounding it will be Grohan, and Grohan inbounds it now to Dreskowski. Back out to the wing is Sunsella on the left wing, and pass caught by Anderson. Pass intercepted, this time by Kurth. Kurth back over to Oth. Oth across the timeline for the Panthers. Now over to Paschal. Paschal on the left wing over to Kurth now. Kurth left side comes out to the wing. Cross-court pass to Oth on the right wing. Oth now tries to drive inside, can't do it. Cross-court pass now to Kurth. Kurth's into the free throw, or into the lane, and puts up the shot, and shot no good. Tipped, they're going to say it is off of Arcadia. And so Oth to inbound it. And over to Kurth now. Kurth now, bounce pass to Hoyt. Hoyt driving in from the right wing. This time it was blocked, and Arcadia saved it. Nope, stepped down the line, trying to save it was Anderson. but it was blocked. Drazkowski made the block, but the ball goes out of bounds, and so Panthers will keep the ball. As off to inbound it now. Out to White, top of the key. White now looking for a cutter, no one there. Lost the ball, and pass nearly intercepted, but Kurth comes back up with it, back at center. Back to White now. White over to Paschal. Paschal on the left wing, over to Glaus now. Glaus top of the key. Glaus now back to Paschal. Paschal over to Oth to Glaus. Glaus right wing. Inside to Hoyt. Hoyt puts up the shot, up and in. Had the position on the right baseline. And Emma makes the shot. She's got 13 in the half. And across the timeline now for the Raiders. Over to Anderson. Panthers lead 28-20. Minute 15 remaining. Whistle and carry the ball. And it's going to be Panther ball. And so inbounded to Oth. Oth now across the timeline. Oth now over to Hoyt. Hoyt now back to Glaus. Glaus going to be knocked out of bounds. It'll stay Panther ball. Minute 2 remaining in the half. Panthers lead by 8. Inbounded to Oth. Again, our Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency and Security Financial Bank halftime show coming up. Over to Glaus now. Glaus back to Hoyt. Hoyt over to Paschal. Paschal back at center. Now to Oth. Oth on the right wing. Long cross-court pass over to Glaus on the left wing. Back over to Oth. Oth top of the key. Bounce pass inside to Kurth. Kurth puts up the shot. Up in the lane. Up and in. 30-20 Panthers. Back over to Drazkowski now. Quickly back across the timeline. Over to Sunsala. Sunsala drives into the lane. Puts up the shot short. No good. Rebounded by Oth. Panthers got another chance at another shot. And across the timeline now. Over to Hoyt. Hoyt, cross-court pass to Paschal. Paschal nearly lost control of the ball, but gets it back over to Oth. 13 seconds remaining. Over to Hoyt now. Hoyt squares up, right wing. 3 ball, shot off the back of the rim, no good. Oth with the rebound, 4 seconds left. Puts up the shot, no good. And we're at halftime with Arcadia leading 30-20. It's Durand-Arkansaw girls basketball on WRDN.
Time for the SFB Security Financial Bank and the Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency halftime show. Brought to you by Security Financial Bank. Secure your future at Security Financial Bank, Durand, River Falls, Eau Claire, Ladysmith, Bloomer, and Black River Falls. And by the Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency, your independent insurance agent, downtown Durand.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Your Auto Owners agent serving the Durand area is Jerry Thompson Insurance, a division of Ansay and Associates.
ABC News, I'm Chuck Sievertson. Wall Street major indexes plunged after reports of worries among consumers and businesses about the President Trump-Elon Musk mass layoffs. President Trump says Americans are thrilled with his policies. Republican lawmakers home in their districts getting a different reaction.
I'll pause whenever you want, and you can go and yell all you want, but I can't understand 10 people, let alone 100 people at once.
In Georgia, Republican Congressman Rich McCormick at a town hall event. In a post on Truth Social, President Trump announcing he is firing the current chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Q.C. Brown, nominating Air Force Lieutenant General Dan Raisin Kane to replace him. Accused healthcare executive shooter Luigi Mangione has pleaded not guilty in New York. ABC's Trevor Alt.
The judge did not yet set a date for Mangione's state trial. He is also due to appear in court next month on federal charges. But Mangione's supporters online have now raised well over $500,000 for his defense fund.
This is ABC News.
Hey, not to be dramatic, but you should smell this. It smells so good.
Whoa, that's quite the reaction to mixing and matching Gain scents. Let's hear another from Ashley, who mixed Gain products and went...
I'm so excited.
Yes, you are. What about you, Isaiah?
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. And Emily summed it up like so.
It's just chef's kiss.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Mix, match, more happy with Gain.
Lowe's knows how to help you get the most out of your store run. That's why members save more with My Lowe's Rewards. Earn points towards My Lowe's money on eligible purchases. Get access to member-only deals and free member gifts. Plus, unlock free standard shipping when you reach Silver Key status. So what are you waiting for? Join for free today. Lowe's. We help. You save. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
As a business owner, are you looking for a trustworthy partner? At SFB, Security Financial Bank, we understand that interactions with your bank should not just be a transaction, but rather an ongoing relationship. We support the businesses that we serve by offering advice and a partnership that empowers you to successfully run your business. We are the bankers who believe in you. Visit us in Black River Falls, Bloomer, Durand, Eau Claire, Ladysmith, or River Falls today to learn more. SFB, Security Financial Bank, member FDIC.
Bell beleaguered by super speedways. I'm Susie Armstrong. The story next on NASCAR Today.
Looking for motorsports coverage you can't find anywhere else? Look no further than the Motor Racing Network's lineup of weekly podcasts. NASCAR news and interviews on NASCAR Live and NASCAR Live Wide Open. NASCAR Cup Series Insight on Crew Call. NASCAR Grassroots Racing News and Talk on NASCAR Coast to Coast. And Sprint Car Talk on Wing Nation. All these and more available on podcast platforms and MRN.com.
Welcome to more.
Got a great year ahead.
Where the roads don't have limits on how fast you can go or the sights you're going to see.
Oh, we got trouble.
Welcome to new places, familiar faces, and memories in the making.
Hey, baby.
Welcome to a whole new season of NASCAR. The NASCAR Cup Series brought to you by Busch Light at Atlanta. Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern on Fox.
NASCAR Cup Series driver opinions vary on super speedways. For Christopher Bell, it's the frustration of ending up in someone else's wreck. The Joe Gibbs Racing pilot, who has 2 top 5 finishes in 9 starts at Atlanta Motor Speedway, feels the variables are slightly less imposing at the Georgia venue.
I enjoy Atlanta style a lot more than I enjoy Daytona style. It does seem like handling matters a little bit more. Maybe you can control your destiny a little bit more at Atlanta, but still you're going to see big wrecks. That's literally the only thing that I dislike about the Speedway stuff is the getting caught up in other people's messes is so common and so hard to avoid. And I think that tendency translates between both of them.
I'm Susie Armstrong. This is NASCAR Today on the Motor Racing Network.
Folding a fitted sheet. Programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
Your hometown auto owner's insurance agent's working for you. The Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency, downtown Durand.
At Security Financial Bank, we understand what it takes to grow what matters. We know success doesn't happen overnight. It takes honest work, day in and day out. We value trust, leadership, and service. We are SFB, bankers who believe in your farm, your family, your future. Bankers who believe in you. Learn more at sfbank.com. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Durand-Arkansaw High School halftime. Panthers leading 30-20 here in the second game of our doubleheader tonight. And earlier tonight, it was Durand-Arkansaw winning over Boyceville in boys basketball, 68-47. In the JV game with the boys, it was Durand-Arkansaw winning 44-6. And some of the other games going on around the area tonight, we have, the Augusta is at Alma Pepin tonight. That game in girls basketball. New Richmond is at Hudson. Red Wing is at Mankato East. Those are all girls games. as well. And you can follow our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard on our website at realcountry1430.com on the sports page. As simple as that. And we'll probably have some scores here coming up in a little bit. Of course, that first game early at 5:30. Now for the Panthers here in this first half, looks like Emma Hoyt is leading the way with 13 so far. For the Panthers, Sawyer Sabelko has 6 as well, and Chloe Off has 5. Meanwhile, for Arcadia, Tatum Dreskowski has 6. Also, Sunsella, Schlesser, and Boland have 2 each. Actually, Schlesser has 5. And again, Panthers leading by a score of 30-20. Now they got the Duck Goose game is done as both teams are coming back out. As well as we get ready for the second half, and we do have second half action coming up. As you're listening to Durand-Arkansaw Girls High School Basketball here on Real Country 1430 AM stereo, WRDN, Durand, Mondovi, Wabasha, and 107.3 FM translator W297CH Durand.
The real deals come from Durand Fresh Market, and they can be found online. Download the Fresh Market Rewards app and sign up to have weekly deal alerts sent right to your phone. Find digital coupons and specials and earn reward points every time you shop at Durand Fresh Market. It's easy to use the app. Just add coupons and scan the app at the checkout. It's that easy. Visit the website at shopfreshmarkets.com for the latest weekly ad, extra national coupons, or to make product suggestions. Your hometown grocery store is Durand Fresh Market, downtown Durand, and online at shopfreshmarkets.com.
When your reputation is on the line, go to the Midwest leader, Bauer Built Tire and Service, for all your tire and service repair needs. They've been supplying cars, SUVs, light and medium truck tires, as well as farm tires since 1944. Plus, they've built their reputation on services such as alignments, brakes, and suspension work that will exceed your expectations. Stop in today at Bauer Built Tire and Service on Mall Drive in Eau Claire and in Durand. Bauer Built on service.
For the latest news and issues affecting agriculture, join me, Chip Flory, with AgriTalk weekdays at 1 on Real Country 1430 WRDN.
Welcome back to Durand-Arkansaw High School as we get ready for the second half. Panthers leading 30-20. All right, and so in the second half, Panthers will be going from left to right, Raiders right to left. And Panthers will get the ball to start. So Sawyer Sabelko on the far side. Inbounds it to Oth. We are underway. And so across the timeline now, over to Hoyt. Hoyt was over to the wing. Now across the court, over to Oth. She drives in from the left wing. Over, lays it, no good. And rebounded by Dreskowski. Across the timeline now for the Raiders. Over to Lockington. Lockington top of the key now. Inside to Sunsella. Kicks it back out to the wing. 3 ball on the way. Shot no good. Rebounded by Oth. To Hoyt. Hoyt by herself, puts it up and in. (32-20) Panthers. Inbounded by Sunsella. Over to Brenner. Brenner drives inside, counted in the foul. Foul will be on number 10, and that's going to be on McMahon. And so going to the line to complete the three-point play is Grohan. And so free throw on the way is no good. Rebounded by Hoyt. Hoyt now across the timeline. Over to Oth. Oth now back to Hoyt. Hoyt right wing. Over to McMahon back at center. Now to Oth. Oth left wing. Oth works off the screen. Bounce pass inside to McMahon. And ball whistle and a jump ball. It'll be Arcadia ball. So inbounding it will be Drazkowski. Drazkowski now. Inbounds it to Lockington. And quickly back the other way now comes Drazkowski. Drazkowski now out to Sansala. Sansala passes it to the right wing to Grothon and kicks it back outside to the top of the key to Lockington. Lockington, she'll drive the lane. Has to kick it back out to the wing. 15-footer from the right wing. Good by Drazkowski. Long two to make it 32-24. Panthers. Across the timeline now is Sabelko. Sabelko over to Kurth. Kurth on the left wing. Kurth now over to Sabelko. Sabelko now to Hoyt. Hoyt to Oth on the left wing. Oth now will get it over to Hoyt, top of the key. Back to Kurth, right side, squares up. 3-ball on the way is good. So Victoria Kurth with the 3, 35-24. Over to Grothon now. And Grothon now. Across the timeline is pass to Sanzala. Over to Grothon now. Grothon kicks it into the corner. Whistle and a travel. So Sabelko to inbound it. And inbound it to Oth. And Oth across the timeline now for the Panthers. Panthers leading 35-24. Pass is tipped, but Kurth saves it. And it gets it over to McMahon. McMahon now over to Sabelko back at center. Sabelko now over to Kurth. Pass intercepted this time, though. Intercepted by Drazkowski. 15-footer on the way. Rims out, no good. Rebounded by Oth to McMahon. And back the other way comes Oth. Oth now kicks it out to Kurth again. 3-ball on the way. Victoria Kurth from almost the exact same spot last time for the 3. And inbounded to Drazkowski now. Here comes the trap. She gets the ball to Grothon. And then whistle timeout Arcadia. With the Panthers leading 38-24. And thank you as well to Annabis Silo, your Husqvarna and Toro Lawn and Garden Equipment dealer, Highway 25 Durand. They also have small engine repair as well. Bauer Plumbing and Septic Service Durand, offering plumbing and septic services for new construction or home repair. Give Chris a call at 672-8224. And Amplify Health by Gunderson Mondovi Clinic, part of Gunderson Tri-County Hospitals and Clinics. Also, the Paul Slusher Insurance Agency, your American Family Insurance agent serving the Durand and Chippewa Falls area. American Family Insurance, insurance that fits your needs. And Ryan's Sports Shop. More ice fishing's still underway. Visit Ryan's Sports Shop for all of your ice fishing needs. Please thank all of our sponsors. Give them a call, drop them an email. Visit their business. Tell them thank you for supporting our broadcast. Again, without the help of these businesses and organizations, we wouldn't be here tonight. So please thank them for their support. As across the timeline to Grothon now, she'll pass it off to Lockington. Lockington here on the near side. Panthers look like they're in a 2-3 zone suddenly. Over to Grothon. Pass inside. They kick it back out. High-low. Here we go. Shot put up is good by Drazkowski. Long 2. And over to Sabelko now. Sabelko over to Hoyt. Hoyt into the lane. Puts up the shot. Under. Lays it. No good. And rebounded by number 11. That's Drazkowski. Puts up the shot. Whistling a foul. She'll go to the line for 2. Foul will be on. It's going to be on Sabelko. And so shooting 2 is Drazkowski. First free throw is good. Thank you to the Goodrich Funeral Home, your authorized location for monuments from Lifetime Memorials. Call the Goodrich Funeral Home of Durand for more information. El Civia Co-op, your Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster distributor, Durand. Drazkowski makes them both. She has 12 now. 38-28 Panthers. Off across the timeline now. Over to McMahon. McMahon now looking for a cutter. Has to go cross-court pass to Sabelko. To Kurth now on the left side. Back to Sabelko. Sabelko now to McMahon. Right wing. Dishes it back off to Oth on the right baseline. She comes back out to the wing. Inside to Hoyt. Hoyt driving the lane. Up and in. And so inbounded to Sansala. Sansala now to Grothand. She gets across the timeline. Over to Lockington. Right wing. Loses the ball. Coming up with it is Kurth. Kurth now back to Auth. Auth over to Sabelko. Sabelko inside to Hoyt. Hoyt stop. Shot. Good. Hoyt's got 19 now. Inbounded to Lockington. Quickly back the other way to Drazkowski. Dishes it back off to number 2, Brenner. Puts up the shot. No good. Rebounded by McMahon. Whistling a foul. Foul will be on Bremer. And so Glaus coming in and Paschal coming in. Sabelko and McMahon coming out. All right. So Glaus to inbound it. 42-28 Panthers lead. 13:23 remaining. And across the timeline now, over whistle and a foul. Foul away from the ball. Foul will be on Paschal. Offensive foul. It goes back to Arcadia. And so inbounding it is Drazkowski. Inbounds it to Sansala. Back to Drazkowski, to Sansala. Not across the timeline yet. Now they get across the timeline. And over to Drazkowski now into the wing. That is Bolin. Bolin now kicks it back out to Schlesser. Schlesser now over to Sansala, top of the key. Now down to the right wing. She's going to drive in from the wing into the lane. Stops. Shot. Or coming in as Drazkowski. Puts it up. Count it. And the foul. Fouls on Glaus, and going to complete the three-point play now will be Drazkowski. Is good. She has 15 so far, and now across the timeline is Auth. Auth now over to Paschal. She can't hang out. Oh, she did save it. Wow. Back to Auth. Auth now over to Kurth. Kurth from the right corner, drives right baseline, puts up the shot. No good, gets her own rebound. Out to Glaus, top of the key. Glaus now back to Kurth. Kurth now over to Paschal. Paschal on the right wing. Paschal tries to drive inside, whistling a foul. Foul will be on number 22. That's going to be Boland. So Auth to inbound it to our right. And Auth now inbounds it to Hoyt. Hoyt shot no good. And back the other way now comes the Raiders. Over to Bolin. Now Bolin now kicks it back out to Lockington. And coming up with the loose ball is Kurth. Kurth over to Auth. Auth across the timeline. Over to Glaus. Glaus 3-ball. And we have a player hurt. And so the three is good. And now, again, we have a player hurt on the other side for Arcadia. And so they couldn't stop it because of the transition. And so this could be a minute here. Well, she's going to get up and she needs some help. But once the shot was made, then they could stop the game. 45-31, Panthers lead, 12:01 remaining. Okay, so Arcadia will get the ball back now. And so inbounded now to Grothand. Grothand hands it off to Drazkowski. Back to Grothand. Across the timeline for the Raiders. Drazkowski now top of the key now over to Schlesser from the left wing. Now driving in is Sansala. Sansala gets cut off. She needs some help. Kicks it back out now to Boland. Boland over to Drazkowski. Back to Grothand. Grothand will drive in. Tries to split two defenders. And a foul. I think it's going to be on McMahon. Going to the line is going to be number 5, Grothan, and so she'll go to the line for 2. Thank you to SFB Security Financial Bank, where electronic banking is easy. 212 West Prospect Street, Durand, and Advent Health at Durand. Time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com. First free throw is no good. And next free throw on the way is off the back of the rim, no good. She gets her own rebound, puts up another shot, and no good. And loose ball and whistle, no shot. And foul will be on Sabelko. And it stays Arcadia ball. And inbounded now to Schlesser. Goes around McMahon, but the shot's partially blocked by McMahon. And over to Sabelko. Sabelko to Glaus. Glaus across the timeline for the Panthers. And over to Hoyt now. Hoyt right side. She comes into the wing. Kicks it back out to McMahon, top of the key. McMahon now over to Hoyt. Hoyt right wing. 3-ball. Shot rims out, no good. Rebounded by Drazkowski. Quickly back the other way now to Grothan. Keeps it herself. No shot. No shot. Foul will be on Paschal. Oth and Kurth coming back in. Sabelko and Glaus coming out. Bonus rest of the way for the Raiders, the 1-1. And free throw on the way. Rims out, no good. And it'll be knocked out of bounds by McMahon, and so it'll stay Raider ball. And so Grothan to inbound it to our left. And inbound it to Drazkowski. Kicks it back out to the top of the key now. That is Boland. She'll try to drive it. Nope, they kick it out to the wing. 3-ball on the way is good by Grothan to make it 45-34 Panthers. And across the timeline now is Oth. Oth over to Hoyt. Hoyt left wing. Hoyt now over to Paschal, top of the key. Back to McMahon, to Kurth. Kurth on the left side. Back to Oth. Oth left wing. Comes over to the top of the key now. Back to Paschal. Paschal right wing. Cross-court pass to Kurth. Kurth now looking for a cutter, but no one's there. So back to Hoyt. Hoyt right wing. She's going to try to drive inside. Loses the ball. And jump ball. It'll stay Panther ball. And so Oth to inbound it to our right. Oth looking. Inbounds it to Kurth. Kurth into the lane. Goes left, down right, up and in. And makes it 47-34 now, Panthers. Drazkowski now, not across the timeline yet. Cross-court pass now to Grothan. She'll get across the, stolen by Kurth. It's a loose ball, but Oth couldn't hang on to it. And so it'll stay a Raider ball. 10 minutes remaining in the game. Panthers up 47-34. And inbounded now to Grothan. Pass is tipped by Paschal. Oth comes up with the loose ball. Puts up a tough shot. No shot. Whistle. And offensive foul on Oth. And so now Drazkowski gets inbounds it to Grothan, and she'll come across the timeline for the Raiders. And pass knocked out of bounds by Paschal. So they'll inbound it to our right. And a long cross-court pass and is tipped, loose ball, and Hoyt comes up with it. Or check that, McMahon comes up with it. And McMahon across the timeline now. Back to Hoyt. Hoyt now over to Kurth. Kurth top of the key, over to McMahon, right wing, 3-ball on the way. Shot short, no good, but rebounded by Oth. She puts up a shot, whistling a foul. She'll go to the line. Foul's going to be on number 25, and that's going to be on Schlesser. And so going to the line for 2 is Oth. Thank you to Sundstrom & Company, our local tax experts. It's tax time. Give them a call, 672-4425, and schedule that appointment today. First free throw, no good. Charles LP Gas and Appliance, offering a full line of Whirlpool appliances along with installation and service. They also do service on other brand-named appliances as well. That's Charles LP Gas and Appliance, downtown Durand. And next free throw by Oth on the way, off the back of the rim, no good. But Kurth gets the rebound. Back over to Glaus. Glaus now over to Hoyt. Hoyt, left wing. Hoyt now. Head fakes, tries to drive inside. Stolen. Ball stolen. Anderson with the steal. Back the other way quickly over to Schlesser. Kicks it back out. 3 ball on the way is good by Drazkowski. 47-37 Panthers. And over to Kurth. Kurth now on the right wing. Kicks it back out to Sabelko. Sabelko to Glaus. Glaus now over to Oth. Inside to Hoyt. And inside, Hoyt puts up a shot. No good. And they can't hang on to it. Goes out of bounds. It'll stay Panther ball. Timeouts. Timeouts Arcadia. With 8:49 remaining, Panthers up by 10, 47-37. And thank you to Prime Realty of Durand, the area's #1 home seller. Visit their website at primerealitymidwest.com. Prime Realty, they are the area's #1 home seller. Adams Super Service, your Partners Network Car Care Center with complete auto service, downtown Durand. NTech, your premier communications and entertainment provider, Durand. And the Summer Fitness and Tanning with around-the-clock fitness and tanning access, Durand, and the Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency. Division of Ansay and Associates, downtown Durand. Hometown agents representing you, not individual insurance companies. Please thank all of our sponsors. Give them a call, drop them an email, visit their business, tell them thank you for supporting our broadcasts here on WRDN. Without their help, it's pretty simple. We wouldn't be here tonight, so please thank our sponsors for supporting our broadcasts. 8:49 as Panthers leading 47-37. And it will be Panther ball. And Oth to inbound it to our right. To Glaus. Glaus top of the key now. Over to Oth. Oth now on the right wing to Hoyt. Hoyt top of the key. Hoyt to Glaus on the left wing. Back to Oth now. Oth's going to try and drive inside. Splits 2 defenders. Whistling the foul. Foul's going to be on number 22, and that's going to be on Bolin. Corner line for 2 is Oth. Free throw on the way is off the back of the rim. No good. And next free throw on the way by Oth is good. She makes the second one. And so inbounded now to Grothan. And Grothan across the timeline now. Into the corner. And 3 ball on the way. Shot no good. Rebounded by Glaus. Glaus to Oth. 48-37 Panthers. Over to Hoyt now. Hoyt, right corner, over to Sabelko. Sabelko head fakes the 3, stop, shot in the lane, shot no good, and rebounded by Boland. Boland to Schlesser. And back the other way, Drazkowski puts up the shot, whistling a foul. She'll go to the line for 2. Foul's going to be on Kurth, her 3rd, and so to the line for 2 is Drazkowski. Again, 8:04 remaining, Panthers leading 48-37. And free throw on the way is good. So makes it 48-38 now. Second free throw on the way. Off the back of the rim, no good, and rebounded by Glaus. Over to Sabelko. Sabelko to Hoyt. Hoyt across the timeline. Hoyt's pass inside to Kurth. Kurth fakes left, goes right back out to Hoyt. Hoyt right wing, 3-ball on the way is good by Hoyt. And quickly back the other way now comes Arcadia, 51-38. Over to Sansala. Sansala right wing now to Grothand trying to drive inside. Pass intercepted. Intercepted by Sabelko. Puts up a tough shot in the lane. Overlays it, gets her own rebound, whistling a foul. And the foul will be on Anderson. Okay. So going to line for 2 is Sabelko. 7:30 remaining, 51-38 Panthers lead. Again, we have NASCAR racing coming up this weekend again. We'll be at the Atlanta Motor Speedway, the Xfinity Series race tomorrow afternoon at 3:30. And then on Sunday it's at 1 o'clock with the NASCAR Cup Series race. Sabelko makes both free throws. You're home for NASCAR all season long is WRDN. 53-38 now Panthers. 3-ball on the way is good by Grothand. So Grothand with the 3 to make it 53-41 now Panthers. And off across the timeline to Hoyt. Hoyt on the left wing. And cross-court pass over to off inside to Kurth. Kurth puts up a shot, no good. Gets her own rebound, puts up another shot, no good. Tip. And Arcadia comes up with it. And that is Grothand across the timeline now. Over to Drazkowski. Tries to drive inside, can't do it. She's in the right corner now. Pass inside to Anderson. They kick it back outside. And over to Grothand. Now over to Sansala. She'll try to drive the left baseline. Puts up a shot, no good. And rebounded by Sabelko. Sabelko to Glaus. Glaus right wing now over to Oth. And Oth now cross-court pass over to Kurth. Kurth on the left side now comes out to the top of the key to Glaus. Glaus now to Sabelko. Sabelko inside to Hoyt. Whistle, no shot. On the floor, no shot. And so the foul on Arcadia. That is going to be on Drazkowski, her 3rd. McMahon comes in, Glaus goes back out. And so now inbounding it will be Oth. Oth inbounds it to Kurth. Kurth top of the key. Panthers lead 53-41. 3-ball on the way by Hoyt. Shot is no good. And McMahon fighting for it. And jump ball. It'll go to Arcadia. So inbounding it now will be Drazkowski. And inbounded now to Grothand. Approaching the 6-minute mark. And over to Schlesser now. Back out to Drazkowski. And a long 3 from the top of the key, short, but Drazkowski makes the save. Nope, she stepped on the line. It looked like she had made the save, but stepped on the line out of bounds. So it's Panther ball. Full court press this time, and inbounded to Hoyt now. Hoyt to Oth. And Oth now across the timeline. Oth now over to the wing now. Hands it back off to Sabelko. Sabelko now. Back to Oth. Oth now to the top of the key. Kicks it back out to Hoyt. Hoyt on the outside. And Hoyt now loses the ball. And they're going to call over and back. Yep, they're going to call over and back. All right, and so now Sansala to inbound it. And over to Drazkowski. Pass is intercepted by Sabelko. Sabelko to Oth. And Oth now, here comes the trap, but she gets across the timeline. Back over to Hoyt. Hoyt now. She'll split 2 defenders now over to McMahon. McMahon into the corner, back to Sabelko. And Sabelko whistling a foul. Foul will be on number 5. That's going to be on Grothand. And so it's the 1-and-1 now to for Sabelko. Panthers lead 53-41. And a free throw on the way is good. So Sabelko makes the first free throw. And next free throw on the way is good. She makes them both. And so Sabelko has 10 on the night. Makes it 55-41 Panthers. Long cross-court pass now over to Groothan. Back at center now to Drazkowski. Back over to Schlesser. Back to Drazkowski now as Sunsella has it. And pass intercepted. Intercepted by Hoyt. And back to Auth. And Auth across the timeline to Sabelko. Sabelko now over to Hoyt. Back to Sabelko. Sabelko cross-court pass to Auth. Auth now to McMahon. McMahon on the inside. Out to Hoyt. Hoyt over to Sabelko, right wing. Cross-court pass to Auth to Sabelko. They're just doing on the wings there. Now back to Hoyt. To Auth. To Hoyt. Hoyt now comes down to the top of the key. Back to Auth. Auth on the left wing. Back to Hoyt. Well, they're going to run some clock, it looks like. Inside to Kurth. Kurth will try to drive inside. Bounce pass to Auth. Auth lays it up and in, coming down the lane. Timeout Arcadia with 3:55 remaining, 57-41. Panthers lead. And thank you to our high school sports sponsors, including Bowerbilt Tire and Service. Let Bowerbilt take care of all of your automotive needs under one roof. Give them a call at 672-8300 or find them online at bowerbilt.com. Also, The Cottage, from floral arrangements to gifts for mom. Visit The Cottage downtown Durand. The JKO Auto Body Shop with car restoration and collision repair. Call the JKO Auto Body Shop at Madison Street, Durand. Durand Fresh Markets, your hometown grocery store, is Durand Fresh Market. Download the new app for even more savings. Visit shopfreshmarkets.com for more information. Numbers Are Us, your daily money managers, 3rd Avenue West Durand. Give Rhonda a call at 672-8093. Find out how a daily money manager can help your family with Numbers Are Us. And Durand Smokehouse, Highway 85 Durand, where the hog sale going on right now at Durand Smokehouse, Highway 85 Durand. All right, timeout is done. And it'll be Raider ball. So, inbounded to Groothan, we're back underway. And to Drazkowski to Groothan across the timeline. Over to Sunsala. And passes was tipped. So, no over and back. Back to Bremer now. And a 3-ball on the way is no good. Sunsala, though, with the rebound. She'll drive in, puts up the shot, and gets the shooter's roll. Inbounded to Auth now. 57-43 Panthers. And across the timeline is Auth. Auth on the outside now. To the top of the key. Back to McMahon. McMahon right wing. Back over to Sabelko. And Sabelko now kicks it back out to Auth. Auth's going to drive in. Bounce pass inside to McMahon. McMahon puts up a shot, whistling a foul. She'll go to the line for 2. Foul's going to be on number 20 or number 42, Sunsala. Okay. So going to the line for 2 is McMahon. And first free throw on the way is good. Next free throw on the way for McMahon. Off the back of the rim, no good, and rebounded by Arcadia. Drazkowski now across the timeline quickly. Long across court pass. She's at the top of the key now. Sunsala. 3-ball on the way from the right wing is good. 58-46 Panthers. 2:48 remaining. As Auth now across the timeline. Over to Sabelko. Sabelko now kicks it back out to Hoyt. Hoyt now does a spin move. Down to the top of the key, back over to Auth. And whistling a foul. Foul will be on Schlesser. So going to the line for the 1-and-1 will be off. So first free throw on the way. It's good, nearly rimmed out. 59-46 now, Panthers. 2:30 remaining in the game. Coming up, our Bowerville Panther post-game show. Free throw on the way is good. Off makes them both. And so inbounded now to Sansala. Panthers lead 60-46. Sansala now top of the key. Cross-court pass to Drazkowski, tipped by Kurth. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay Arcadia ball. So inbounded now to Schlesser. Over to Sansala. Left wing three ball. Shot no good. Rebounded by Kurth. Over to Oth. Off now, across the timeline, splits two defenders into the lane, bounce pass to Kurth. Kurth puts up the shot, overlays it, gets the own rebound up, shot put up, no good, tip. And it's a loose ball, and Kurth knocks it away, and Sabelko comes up with it. Back to Hoyt, to Sabelko. And a whistle and a foul. Foul will be on number 22, Bolin. Double bonus, rest of the way for the Panthers. So Sabelko to have the two free throws now. And first free throw is good. 15-point lead now for the Panthers with 1:50 remaining. Then we'll have our Bowerville Panther postgame show here coming up. Free throw on the way is good as Sabelko makes them both. And so across the timeline now. Over to Drazkowski. Back to Boland in the corner, but loose ball coming up with it is Hoyt. Pass was tipped. And back to Oth now. To Sabelko across the timeline. Sabelko drives into the lane. Bounce pass inside to McMahon, kicks it back out to Kurth. Kurth now. Out to Sabelko, top of the key, over to Oth now. Oth to Hoyt. Hoyt comes down to the wing, whistling a foul. And so foul on Arcadia, and that's going to be on Drazkowski, her fourth. Solo line for two is Hoyt. Minute 17 remaining. Free throw on the way is good for the first free throw. As Hoyt has 23 on the night. Looks like a lot of the subs getting ready to come in here for this last minute 17. And free throw on the way is good by Hoyt. She makes them both. So Emma ends the night with 24. As, all the subs here coming in with the Panthers leading 64-46 in a minute 17. And inbounded now to Anderson. Anderson over to Bouch, who's in. Now to Bolin. Bolin puts up a three ball. Shot's good by Bolin. So inbounded now to Hoyt. That's Lucy Hoyt over to Mueller. Mueller now back to Sand. Sand over to Weiss. Cross-court pass now to Pelkey. Down to 50 seconds remaining. Over to Sand. Sand three ball. Shot short, no good. Tip. Coming up with it is Sand. And a whistle and a travel. And so we'll go back to Arcadia. Bolin to inbound it. And inbound it now to Schlesser. 38 seconds remaining. Panthers going to win this game. And she'll keep it herself. And has to kick it back outside. Three ball on the way. Shot no good. And rebounded by Hoyt. That's Lucy Hoyt across the timeline. Bounce pass inside now to Pelkey. Pelkey kicks it back out now to Hoyt. Hoyt Back inside, loose ball. Mueller comes up with it. And timeout. 30-second timeout with 16 seconds remaining. All right, well, they're not going to take the whole full 30. They're just going to wanted to be charged for it just to stop the clock to keep the ball. Pass tipped on the inbound, and it goes out of bounds. 13 seconds remaining, and inbounding it on the far side now will be Tori Weiss. And inbounded to Sand, to Pelkey. Pelkey in the lane, puts up a tough shot. No good. Tip, gets her own rebound, puts up a shot. No good. Tipped it out. Arcadia comes up with it. 4 seconds remaining. And a 3-ball on the way is good by number 20 to end the game. That's Anderson. And the Panthers win tonight by a score of 64-52. And coming up, our Bowerville Panther postgame show at Durand-Arkansaw girls basketball on WRDN.
Thank you for listening to tonight's Durand Panther Sports broadcast on WRDN. Time now for the Bowerbuilt Panther post-game show, brought to you by Bowerbuilt Tire and Service, with locations in Durand and Mall Drive, Eau Claire.
When your reputation is on the line, go to the Midwest leader, Bowerbuilt Tire and Service, for all your tire and service repair needs. They've been supplying cars, SUVs, light and medium truck tires, as well as farm tires since 1944. Plus, they've built their reputation on services such as alignments, brakes, and suspension work that will exceed your expectations. Stop in today at Bowerbuilt Tire and Service on Mall Drive in Eau Claire and in Durand. Bowerbuilt, built.
Welcome back to the Durand-Arkansaw High School, where tonight Panthers win it 64-52. Joining us right now, Durand-Arkansaw head coach Darren Lowenhagen. And coach, you know what? Emma White had a heck of a game tonight with 24.
Yeah, we kind of, I think, relied on her a little bit just with the way they were matching up on her. We wanted to get her some looks inside, and so I think she played more minutes than probably we anticipated going forward, but thought she played really, really well offensively.
I know there were a couple of times, Victoria Kurth, Chloe Oth, they were doing that play. They're on the wing. Emma goes down the lane. We're going to throw the ball here, and you should be here to get it. And she just, I don't know how many times she ran it, but it seems to work pretty well.
Yeah, and we were trying to get us to do it a little bit more just in our regular offense with the backdoor cut, because they were pressuring us so much on the wings. You saw that with some of their steals and just disrupting our offense a little bit. So we wanted to get a couple of backdoor sets, and obviously they worked a couple times, and then a couple times 11 for them came over and had a few blocks and made some really good plays. Really athletic kid.
Drazkowski is very athletic. She's only a sophomore. She had a pretty darn good night out there for Arcadia.
Yeah, her and the Grochon kid both, are both sophomores, both played really well against us. I think it's one of those games, we talked last night about, coming out and making shots. Tonight we didn't make anything, and it's fighting through that mindset. And we talked about at halftime, we want to bring our defense no matter what. And then when our defense is playing hard no matter what, when we make shots is when we take our leads, and when we miss shots, we just stay in the game. And so I think we had to do a little bit better job of that early. I know we gave up way too many threes tonight, even at the end there. So we got to be a little bit sharper defensively.
Well, it's that pretty much wraps up the regular season, and now it's playoff time. You start to planning for that. What will be some of the things you'll be doing to plan for the playoffs?
Yeah, I think next week we'll try to, you get 4 days of practice there. So we'll try to kind of just slowly get into it and maybe ramp up towards the later end of the week, maybe give ourselves those first couple of days, try to give our bodies a little more rest as far as the wear and tear of the practice part of it, but still getting our shots, getting our free throws, working on some of our timing stuff, and then towards the end of the week try to ramp it up a little bit and then make sure we're ready for whoever we see between Mondovi and Glenwood.
All right, well, again, congratulations on a great regular season. It's on to the playoffs. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
That is Durand-Arkansaw head coach Darren Lowenhagen. And for the Panthers tonight, Chloe Oth had 10. Ellie McMahon, she had 3. Also, Victoria Kurth had 13. Emma White had 24. Sawyer Sabelko
had 12 on the night, and Peyton Paschal had 2 on the night. So with the win, the Panthers end their regular season at 19-5. Meanwhile, for Arcadia, Madison Groshon had 10 on the night. Tatum Drazkowski had 16 on the night. Make that 17 on the night. Anderson had a 3. Boland had 5. Schlesser had 5, and Sansala, she had 7. So the Raiders are now 13-11. I think they wrapped up their regular season as well at 13-11. Coming up, we're going to wrap things up here, and we'll see if there are some scores on our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard, and we'll wrap things up and preview our next broadcast here. That's coming up on the Advent Health Panther preview, or on the Bauer-Built Panther post-game show, being brought to you by Bauer-Built Tire and Service, Durand and Mall Drive, Eau Claire. It's Durand-Arkansaw girls basketball on WRDN.
When your reputation is on the line, go to the Midwest leader, Bauer-Built Tire and Service, for all your tire and service repair needs. They've been supplying cars, SUVs, light and medium truck tires, as well as farm tires since 1944. Plus, they've built their reputation on services such as alignments, brakes, and suspension work that will exceed your expectations. Stop in today at Bauer-Built Tire and Service on Mall Drive in Eau Claire and in Durand. Bauer-Built, built on service.
Welcome back to Durand-Arkansaw High School, where tonight the Panthers win it tonight over Arcadia by a score of 64-52. On our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard earlier tonight, Durand-Arkansaw defeated Boyceville 68-47. The Panthers pretty much have clinched at least a share of the conference title, and also Durand-Arkansaw, the JV game, the boys won that game easily, 44-6. Our next broadcast will be on Monday, as the boys are at Spring Valley, and we will have that game for you Monday night with the Advent Health Panther preview coming up at 7 o'clock and tip-off at 7:15 Monday night. Again, the boys will be at Spring Valley on Monday night. Well, I hope you enjoyed the doubleheader this evening. They're always kind of fun to do. The Durand-Arkansaw wins them both. They win the boys' game against Boyceville 68-47, and the girls' game over Arcadia 64-52. Been listening to Durand-Arkansaw boys and girls high school basketball here on Real Country 1430 AM and 107.3 FM WRDN. I'm Brian Winnikins. Have a great weekend.